Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's the house. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
It's Friday, it's Christmas time. We're at the Roundhouse and we're playing Fort Dodge. Big matchup here tonight as the Bobcats try to end the skid of this week, looking towards the Christmas break, trying to get a victory back on track. Last night, Brandon, you traveled up to Mason City. It was a tough night both in the air and in the gym. Bobcats turned the ball over 35 times. We're not really in the ball game. Monday night we had them against Southeast Polk. Gave up 54, which isn't bad. Scored 11. Not good enough. What have you seen this week?
Well, it was disappointing that the basketball was worse than the roadways last night coming home. And unfortunately for the Bobcats, it was one of those things where kind of history repeated itself against Mason City last night. Different team, different squad, but they still did the same things. It was that pressure that I think really got the Bobcats off their game here tonight. How do they rebound? I think the best thing about it is that, they played last night. Now they play again here tonight. They don't have to sulk over it for a few days. They're going to get right back into it. I think that'll help. Frankie Long had a really nice night down low. She had a double-double in points and rebounds and then had 4 block shots. So, I think if you can just progress that, get it down to your big inside and kind of let that ride here tonight.
And Fort Dodge mimics Mason City in many ways. One is they are going to press, they are going to be physical, but really they don't have a lot of size inside. They're led by LJ Mail, bigger guard, averaging 18 points a game, shooting 52%. What do you look from Scott Messerly's group to maybe give the Bobcats a little bit of trouble here tonight?
Well, I think it's their experience. You mentioned LJ Mail. She's been playing ever since I believe she was a freshman. I think that's their biggest thing is that they've got experience. They don't have the most talent in the Iowa Lions Conference, but they've got that experience, which I think bodes them well to go against the Bobcats, who are still figuring things out. And I think the biggest thing right now for the Bobcats is got to get the winter break, maybe get healthy a little bit. You're without Kinsley Bowie, Amara Johnson. Those are pieces where you'd have a little bit of a different feeling heading into tonight if you had those two ladies.
And you could argue that was the starting backcourt coming into the season with Millie Heitman playing the wing. They're all gone. Freshmen in their place. When we come back, we are going to talk to Brian Murphy. He talks a little bit about going into that Christmas break. Let's get win number 5 and then get healthy. So when we come back, we're with the Bobcat head man, Brian Murphy, on the countdown to tip-off.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to marshalltowncsdfuture.com.
And I'm in here with Coach Brian Murphy in the pregame coaches interview. Coach, last night you played Mason City, and it was a little bit like it was Monday night, really struggling to score the basketball, getting into your half-court sets. What have you seen this week that has really culminated in a couple losses?
I think the biggest thing for us, we've struggled with physicality a little bit. And I think, once again, you're always looking at, okay, what are the things we adjust? Some of that is just experience. It's like when you take a player like Kins out and replace her with, George is playing out of the perimeter. We got Morgan Hillebrand in her about 5th or 6th game of varsity level. It's those little things sometimes that add up, because I, again, thought, early in that game we were in it, and then a couple things snowballed, and suddenly the game gets a little out of hand. So taking care of the ball, being real sure of the ball, sure of our decisions, and matching any physicality, because that was certainly a physical game last night in Mason City.
And Fort Dodge traditionally has been very physical, a little bit different last year, and I thought when you went up to Fort Dodge, it was a 43-29. That game was much closer than that final score, but they're really led by same couple girls again as they were last year. LJ Mayo has really been their leading scorer. One thing I've seen from her last year, she led them in scoring, but she only shot about 35% from the field. This year she's at about 52%. When you look at this Fort Dodge team, what problems do they pose for the Bobcats?
Well, very similar to Mason City. They don't have a ton of size inside. Mail is their tallest player that plays by quite a bit, but she plays more of the perimeter. So, much like Mason City, they're going to try to extend the floor, make it a full-court game to try to diminish our size at the other end.
And when you look at that, and you've mentioned a little bit, but Naya and both Morgan, freshmen that are playing a lot of backcourt minutes along with Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, when really with Kinsley out, at least through Christmas, Amara not playing, what do you believe the maturation of both Naya and Morgan need to do to be able to handle the press here tonight?
I think the hardest thing to do as a young player especially is you've got to really make it one decision at a time, right? You've got to make sure you catch the ball, secure the ball before you make your next move, right? And sometimes, people talk about the game slowing down. The game, you can tell the game's still moving pretty fast for them, where they're already thinking a little bit too fast. They're getting sped up. And so that's the biggest thing we're preaching to both of them is, catch the ball, be strong with it, make your next decision, and then do it hard, right? And it's that transition of making the decision and then going hard that, it's a tough transition, and, we've got faith in both of them to keep working at it. And it feels like we've been playing forever, but it's still early in the season, so we expect them to keep growing by quite a bit.
And the hope is that under a Christmas tree, the Bobcats will find a victory against Fort Dodge. Good luck tonight. And this has been the pregame interview with Coach Brian Murphy.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome into the Roundhouse. Here as Marshalltown gets ready, sitting at 4-3 against The Fort Dodge Dodgers sitting at 2-3. One common opponent. Both have beaten the Lincoln Rail Splitters. When we come back, we are going to hand it over to... We're going to continue on and start with the starting lineups. Let Sandvig Enterprises and Marshalltown deliver to you while we deliver you the starting lineups. And starting for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, starting with the away team sitting at 2-3. Starting at point guard, Mia McCaleb, the senior. She's been spectacular, averaging almost 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and you're going to hear this right, 5 steals a game. She is a stat stuffer, and she has been a mainstay for Fort Dodge for quite a while. And then you look at number 13, the senior 5'7", Brooklyn Palmer, does a little bit of everything, about 5 points, 4 rebounds, and almost 2.5 steals per game. Madison Hoshaw, she's the youngin' on the group. She is a 5'9" sophomore forward. Right now she's averaging 5 points, 6 rebounds, only shooting 27% from the field, but she's growing as the season goes on. She also chips in 1 steal per game. And then the star, the one that stirs the drink, the go-to player is LJ Mail. She sits at 6 feet tall. The junior, she's not a big inside. Think of Georgia Jansen. Think of Millie Heitman. Likes to play that wing. She is over 18 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, shooting it at 52% and 63% from the line, and even on the defensive end, 2.6 steals. And then this 5'3" sophomore guard, 34, Ellie Doster. She's the one that just is kind of the grit and grind. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Brandon, when you look at that lineup, what jumps out to you?
Well, it's interesting because it's not like everything threatens you, right, but I think collectively that's where it is. And I think on the defensive end, it'll be key to watch. You already alluded to it a little bit. Put it on that backcourt pressure. So can you break that? And then obviously what do you do after you break that if you're the Bobcat offense trying to score against this team? I think, again, they'll lean on some of their experience and they'll lean on their traditional ladies. If you can kind of get in there, disrupt how they want to flow offensively through LJ Mail, I think that's going to be the key here tonight. But again, yeah, their height is not like their strength. You know, if Frankie, this is a game where you feel like Frankie Long could have a big game if she was able to kind of go out and dominate in the paint, and the Bobcats were able to dump it in and feed her.
Yeah, the biggest thing I see reading off those, looking at those stats, is Fort Dodge a little bit like the Grinch who stole Christmas. They're active with their hands. Yeah. Almost everybody on that starting lineup has more than 2 steals per game, and the Bobcats have been willing to give up the basketball left and right this year. But turning it over to the Bobcats, your Marshalltown Bobcats sit at 4-3. It's been a tough week, 0-2 so far, looking to salvage the week before they go into break. The starting point guard this year is number 20, the junior 6-foot Millie Heitman, averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists along with a steal and a block. She is shooting 23% from three-point land, but I think she could shoot the 3 ball even more.
Yeah, she just doesn't always have that opportunities. I don't know if you saw last night Georgia Jansen, but her long 3 right before halftime. There's some ladies who have got the touch from distance. It's just, again, you know, once you break that press, can you set up your offense, find those screens, and get somebody that good look?
And that is when you look at Kinsley Bowie, the junior, leading the team in scoring, or second in team scoring, leading in three-point possession, or three-pointers made. She will not be in the lineup tonight. Georgia Jansen, the aforementioned 5'11 junior, will be playing that other guard position. It's got to be one of the biggest starting backcourts in the state. She's just over 4 points a game, 4 rebounds. She's made that 1 3 that you mentioned, along with 2 steals and a block per game. The senior on the lineup, the 5'8 senior Ellie Hughes, number 35, 5 points per game, leading the team at 8 rebounds per game, and she has made 2 out of 3 of her 3-point shots. Sydney Capeyu comes in leading the team in scoring at 8 points per game. She's only shooting at 27%, but she's got a little bit of everything to her game with 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and over 2 steals. And then you mentioned her, the sophomore, number 44. She can be special. The 6'2", number 44, Frankie Long, averaging just over 6 points per game. She does average 8 rebounds and almost 3 blocks per contest. She is a human fly swatter inside. If the Bobcats are going to win, I think she's definitely going to have a big night.
Yeah, I would agree. She, just continues to impress, and you kind of feel like there's moments where, she has a miss, she gets the rebound, the putback, it's no good, she misses again, then she gets the ball back, then she brings it down, she gets tied up possession arrow. We've seen that a few times this year. I think it's just those small things that in her sophomore year she's going to continue to catch on, that I think, next year in her senior season, she is going to be a force inside to be reckoned with here in Central Iowa.
Yeah, she's gotten better over this year, but yeah, sometimes she gets a little befuddled, doesn't move with as much confidence, but she's looking to have a big night. Bobcats are looking to finish off the first half of the season strong, and that has been the starting lineup brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Deliver for you why we deliver the starting lineup. When we come back, we are going to hand it over to Brandon Lewis. He'll have his keys to the game as we continue down to the countdown to tip-off.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
And welcome back in. You see the Bobcats warming up here, trying to get that 5th win on the year. But now it's time for the keys to the game. Brandon Lewis here, and our keys to the game are brought to you by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com.
All right, for the Marshalltown Bobcats, season greetings. And obviously we wish everybody a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas, but we do not want to be making it season's greetings and giving the basketball away a whole lot here tonight. That's what they did last night at Mason City. The stats were not updated, but I would assume that turnovers per game are up near 25 after last night. There was just a ton of turnovers for this Marshalltown Bobcats squad. They cannot be giving it away and giving Fort Dodge easy opportunities, because they will run away with it here tonight in Fort Dodge. They've got the quickness to be able to get the job done. So, again, hold on to that basketball, feed inside into the paint, move the ball around, get some good looks for some of the shooters that we talked about in Millie Heitman and Georgia Jansen. And, Ellie Hughes always seems to find those open cutting lanes, so find her on some passes. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, Dylan, I know you already put your letter in the mail to Santa, but mail your letter to Santa. LJ Mail, we talked about her a little bit. She's the key. I mean, it kind of all goes around her. The 6-foot junior, 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, like Dylan mentioned it. Shoots it pretty well from the floor. And so that's the key there. Can you kind of shut her down on the defensive end, and can you limit your turnovers? That'll be a recipe for success here tonight.
She's the one that can kind of create on her own. She's the one that can make the things go. Everyone else really struggles to shoot it in the half court, so if the Bobcats don't turn it over and get those easy runouts, Bobcats will, I think, if they can hound LJ Mail, and I think actually the Bobcats, with the length on the perimeter, may be one of the better teams to match up with her in the Iowa Alliance.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a big one here tonight, because the Bobcats will not have a game again until January 7th when they head to Waterloo East, and that's a big game. So can you get your 5th win of the season? Can you leave a good taste in your mouth for the next couple of weeks of practice, including some holiday break? I just think after last night, you've got to come back to your home gym and win this one here tonight. There's kind of really no ifs, ands, or buts, because as we've seen with a lot of teams, on a baseball team. When one pitcher's going bad, it seems like everybody else is going bad, and teams that rattle off wins, it seems contagious, and same thing can be said. Bobcats are on a 2-game losing streak. Got to stop that here tonight at home.
Yeah, you look at around with all this is they've started out slow at home in both matchups. They did get the win against Lincoln here at home. They sit at 1-1 at home, but Monday night just really, really struggled. So there we see, I don't know if you all see, it is Alumni Band Night, and our very own Babyface Braga, David Braga in the red there. There he is, giving a thumbs up. He's everyone's favorite, and I don't know if you knew this.
This is my Christmas shirt.
That's his Christmas shirt.
Playing trumpet tonight.
I know.
I love it. I love it. I believe David plays at least one or two instruments. I don't think trumpet is his main, but here we go. We got to get a shot of this. He's playing the school fight song. No one bleeds red and blue quite like our very own David Braga.
No.
I mean, he is a Bobcat graduate. He loves the Cats, and that's what we love about him.
Yeah. He's fantastic. I will say I don't know if he plays the tenor sax or not, but I do know that he does have a Kenny G wig at home. I do know that he will wear that around every once in a while.
Well, he's got the baby face to go with it for the Kenny G look.
He does. It's all good, and maybe there's a David Braga CD in your stocking for Christmas morning. If they exist, they'll be there. That is for sure.
Always love the alumni night or when former teams come back and get honored. So good stuff right there. And I hear that pep band sounded real good tonight, Dylan.
They are. They're sounding good. They're sounding full. And I really, really, really love the trumpet here tonight. He is getting more camera time.
Wow.
As usually he's the producer. He's behind. Our very own Zach Tomash.
I don't think he's lost
tonight.
a step since he graduated.
No.
He's not over there just faking it and not playing. You know what I mean?
And I only know one band. My wife played trumpet, so I only know one word, but his embouchure looks as tight as ever. I think that's the right way to say that.
I'm not sure, but we're going with it.
We're going with it. And as we continually go with it, we are just moments away from the national anthem and tip-off here on KFJB-TV, or if you're listening over at 1230 KFJB AM and 93.9 FM. And we'll be right back here on KFJB.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hayes going to drive into the paint. Floater. Count that bucket. It's good. Frankie Long just rips it away and goes up strong. Three on one all the way. Yes. By Millie Heitman, looking for the right-handed layup, up off the glass.
welcome back in as we are seeing the starting lineups here as our very own Butch is the PA here tonight announcing them. But Brandon, as we watch this and we get ready for the national anthem, I haven't asked you this.
Oh, really?
What is in your letter to Santa? What do you want this year?
Wow, that's a loaded question, Dylan. I haven't thought about it, actually.
Well, that's
I didn't send one this year.
That's what happens when you have a 1-year-old at home.
Yeah. She threw up tonight, and all those different things. So I'm just hoping for a happy and healthy 2025, Dylan. That would make me the happiest guy and dad in the world.
Yeah, talking to you with the 1-year-old always makes me happy. I do not have a 1-year-old. But I will tell you, last night, a Christmas concert for my 14-year-old, he came down. I had said, do you have what you're wearing? Do you have what you're wearing? And he said, yes.
Uh-huh.
And then he comes down right before in shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, and basketball shoes. He looked like Adam Sandler out there. And I was like, I have never been more furious in my entire life. So I don't know if a Hawaiian shirt and shorts for a Christmas concert or a 1-year-old just throwing up everywhere, which one is worse. But both mean
they're both uncontainable.
They're uncontainable, and they take away from the joy of Christmas.
And I'm sure your wife was not happy with the attire as well.
She was already gone.
Oh, okay.
She was already. I was left to do that. So we made a very fast trip to the store to get pants and shoes.
Everybody's in the crowd wondering who dressed that kid.
Yeah, and he goes, no one would say that. I was like, everyone would say that. But we'll make sure to talk more basketball and Christmas as we go. But we are going to listen in on the national anthem.
Please stand, face the flag at the north end of the Roundhouse, and move your hats and place your right hand over your heart in honor of our flag, as the Bobcat Pep Band proudly plays our national anthem.
Wow, that was beautiful. That might have been the best version of the Pep Band, especially with David Braga in crew there on our national anthem. That is the way to send it into Christmas, folks.
Well, I feel like for at least 4 minutes, David Braga didn't just bleed red and blue. He added a little bit of white to that as well with a stirring rendition.
That was good. I liked it. Yeah.
Fort Dodge is coached by Coach Scott Messerly, while, of course, the Bobcats are coached there by Coach Brian Murphy. Bobcats in their white, while Fort Dodge is in their red with gray numbers. And Frankie Long, the 6'2" sophomore, will tip it off against the 6' junior LJ Mail. As they look to match up, Bobcats will be going from right to left on your radio dial. Fort Dodge going up. Otherwise, the tip up to Georgia Jansen. She blows the layup, no good. Rebound Mail. Bobcats had a huge opportunity there and don't execute. Pass over there to McCabe. McCabe dribbles in, picks up her dribble, now drops it over. She gets it over to Madison. Madison up off the glass, no good. And it will be a foul and shots for Fort Dodge. Foul's going to be on Frankie Long, and That's a tough one.
Yeah. Madison Hoshaw, a 57% free throw shooter on the season, and times we've seen the Bobcats struggles when Frankie Long is in foul trouble in the first half. She was not last night as Hoshaw knocks down the first one, but it's one of those things when your big's out, who do you kind of make up that production with?
And again, even with it being guards that are out, it still just affects the depth as she makes the second one as well. 2-0 Dodgers, and they come out and stretch that defense out. Full court trapping, a zone trap that they've ran forever. Bobcats break it pretty easily, get it to Hughes, and it's going to be off Mayle's foot. It's going to stay with the Bobcats.
I think Hughes gave a little thumbs like it was their basketball, but I think that might have went off her shoe. Just the look on her face, but luckily get it back. Last night, Bobcats really struggled finding the passing lanes, and that's what they got to do well here tonight with that pressure.
As Coach Murphy pointed to the physicality, the Bobcats have not handled well all year, and it looks like a traffic jam at the top. We're lucky to get it. Sid faces up on McCabe, picks up her dribble, looks inside to Hughes, nothing going. And then Sid picks it back up. You can see the frustration halfway through where they almost give up halfway through, and I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, Mia McCaleb with just really good pressure right there that, they can't fight off.
And a great baseline drive. Bobcats don't cut it off. Leah Mayle with her first bucket. Bobcats break the press as she picks up the dribble, as Georgia Jansen picks up the dribble. It's going to be knocked away by McCabe, but will stay with the Bobcats. And here's that 4-0 you need to execute here. You've got to get a bucket. And it's going to be up off the glass. Nice cut by Hughes, but the bucket won't go. Mayle looks ahead to McCabe. McCabe guarded by Hughes, back over to Doster. Doster, one dribble, passes it over. Lucky it wasn't turned over. McCabe, free throw line jumper, good. It's 6-0 already. And looking over at Murphy, is he going to be calling a timeout soon? Elects not to. Jansen, dribble up as Fort Dodge is bringing that trap. Almost throws it away, but Heitman tracks it down.
Well, and that's the thing, too, right there. Georgia Jansen picked up her dribble right at the midcourt stripe, and she locked herself in, and she had to throw a bad pass because she just needed to get rid of it.
Heitman dribble drive, gets it knocked away. She's now tracking McCabe. McCabe up to Mayle. Mayle bucket. It's a timeout. The Bobcats not going well so far. Down 8-0 with just 5:49 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back as the Bobcats try to claw themselves back into this one.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hi, my name is Ruby Bonrostro, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
The Bobcats down big early, 8-0, just over 2 minutes into it, as Mia McCaleb had the last assist to LJ Mayle, who's averaging 18 points a game. She has 4 already. Georgia Jansen brings it up across. She's closely guarded by Palmer. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound Mayle, and here come the Dodgers again. Bobcats are stuck in the mud and not executing. McCaleb up off the glass, no good. Frankie Long with the rebound, gets it over to Heitman. Number 20 brings it across the timeline. Gets a pick from Sid, now looking, probing inside. Keeps her dribble, now down to Sid. Poked away, and McCaleb left-handed dribble across the line. Georgia Jansen picks her up, and she's going to be called with a foul. Long arm of the law, poked, and ended up hitting McCaleb there. It's going to be her first foul of the night.
I like that offensive possession. I like the look inside to Sydney, but the defender just beat Sydney to the spot, you know, and so it's one of those things where
it also felt like Sid was trying to hold her off with one arm and catch it with one instead of just go get the basketball.
Yeah.
Doster gets it, swings it over, it's top to Palmer. Over to Hoshaw. Back to McCaleb, over to Doster, lines up a three. The knuckleball's no good, and it careens off the backboard, and Frankie Long's going to be fouled by, I believe, Mia McCaleb.
I think it's going to come in on LJ Mail.
It is on LJ Mail.
She came in on the backside and just kind of held the arms down of Frankie. I think she was trying to get a tie-up, but probably taking a number from Mason City last night. They tied up Frankie a few times.
I'll tell you, I'll take the foul on LJ Mail. Georgia Jansen sprints through the break, and nice job of keeping her foot. And Ella Hughes off the glass. Great job of breaking the press with the dribble, holding her foot down, and then dropping it off to Ella Hughes. Nice job by Georgia Jansen.
Hughes is so good at that, in tight. Yep. Catching that ball and going straight up with it. She just does a really nice job. It's almost 2 every time.
McCaleb gets it free throw line, and then Hoshaw is going to be bumped. And that's now Frankie Long's second foul. It will be shots, and Hoshaw will go back to the line.
I actually thought that foul was more on Millie Heitman. She kind of hip-checked her a little bit, sliding in there as well. But, yeah, that's, again, the foul trouble on Frankie that is going to hurt the Bobcats here tonight.
I thought she was straight up. We'll see it right there. No, she was not. She came down with those arms as Hoshaw is now 3 of 3 from the line. And they're going to keep Frankie Long out there. This is a big stretch for her.
Yeah.
And an offensive rebound by Palmer. Then Hughes able to tie her up, and it's going to stay with the Dodgers. 4:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Bobcats down 9-2. And McCaleb passes it in from underneath her basket, gets it over to Mayo, left-handed dribble into the lane, little floater and good. She's just gotten so much more efficient than she was last year.
That's a really good take, yeah. You're right.
Morgan Hildebrand is in for Georgia Jansen, the freshman, seeing her first action tonight. Dribble by Frankie Long, guarded by Mail. Now she's picked up by McCaleb, picks up the dribble, gets it over to Hildebrand.
Seems to be a little confusion right now on what offense they're running.
Morgan Hildebrand up off the glass. That was bad, good.
Yeah, and with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
You'll take it. Doster brings it across. It's Doster, Palmer, Oshaw, Mail, and McCaleb still out there for the Dodgers. Cut by McCaleb up off the glass. No good because it's blocked by Long. Rebound, Oshaw, no good. And Frankie Long clears. You would think Brian Murphy, when he saw the block, had to suck in his breath a little bit, hoping that third foul wouldn't be called. Sid lines up a three. That's going to be off to the right. Rebound, Hoshaw. Here come the Dodgers. Ellie Doster flings it up to LJ Mail. Little hesitation dribble. Gets it out to Palmer. Nice pass into McCaleb into the lane. No good. And Frankie Long with the rebound.
Good ball movement, though, by Fort Dodge tonight. They've looked a little crisper compared to what the Bobcats are doing offensively.
Sid on the take, and it's good. Bobcats climbing back into this one. It's 11-6.
That's the thing that we need to see more of, is her getting in there and challenging the other team, because she can be good and tight and really, has the frame to be able to kind of move and position and bully other teams around.
LJ Mail with her fourth bucket. She's got 8. That's a tough one for Millie. She went for the steal, but that left Frankie Long in the back, and Frankie just had to let her go. She could not pick up that third foul. Heitman on the right side of the lane, looks to the cutting Hughes. Hughes up off the glass, too strong. She went Venice Beach on that and could not make it in. McCaleb brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Doster. Over to Hoshaw. Hoshaw looking into Mail, now swings it back to Doster. Palmer dribble drive into the lane, up off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, and then a block by Frankie Long. And it's going to be a full timeout. It's 13-6. Dodgers over the Bobcats with 94 seconds left in the first quarter. When we come back, we'll finish up the first quarter here at George Funk Court.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu.
Welcome back in. It's Santa. Hey, I know him.
Yeah. Phoebe met Santa for the first time on Sunday, and that was Santa.
Yeah,
it's the same guy.
Well,
because it's Santa.
It is Santa. He's incredible. And this is business Santa. He's got the tie and
I love
everything.
He's serious. He takes his job serious this time of year. You have to. I mean, if you are delivering presents all over the world in one night, you've got to take your job serious, Dylan.
And this is a real story. I was emailed to see if I had a connection, if I could connect them to Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And see, Santa's here. So I came through.
Wow, you really do know him.
Georgia Jansen comes through, and she dribble drive to the lane, up off the glass. Oh, my goodness, no good. It's going to stay with the Bobcats.
Man, that was just a tough break. Georgia, just a nice drive, and
Georgia
coming away with that.
She has struggled to finish at the rim, not struggled to get there. Bobcats now have both freshman guards in, and we were lucky because Nia Lott was over the line.
She was. The official was looking at where the ball was going, luckily.
You went Minnesota on us. You went, Nia Lott, quick jumper, no good, and the rebound to Doster, and here come the Dodgers. Ellie Hughes going to pick her up. Millie Heitman's getting ready to check back in. And that's going to be Janelle Derrig in for the first time for the Dodgers, number 20. Palmer gets it to McCaleb. McCaleb just a free path to the rim. Can't get it, and then it's going to be off the Bobcats. Oh, my goodness. Millie Heitman comes in. Sydney Capeyu's going to come out. Sid's got 2 points on the night. Bobcats down 7, 49 seconds left to go. They're in a zone there. Jansen over on Palmer. Doster gets it into McCaleb. They have done that incredibly well as Lott picks up her first foul. Basically, McCaleb is blocking her out at the free throw line, opening up a perfect bounce pass lane. And McCaleb's going to be at the line. McCaleb on the year is shooting 52% from the line. The first one is going to be no good. That's the first miss by the Dodgers tonight after Hoshaw went 4 for 4. Madison Hoshaw in for Brooklyn Palmer. Don't think they're related, but the doctor that delivered my 14-year-old son was Dr. Palmer. So who knows?
You know, it's a small world, Dylan, as I've been told, yeah.
Rebound, Ellie Hughes, who else, leads the Bobcats at 8 rebounds a game. Dribble drive as Nia Lott does a nice job. Nia Lott, but she slides out of bounds. Morgan Hildebrand was not looking as she cut. Rule of thumb, if you're cutting to the basket, look for the basketball. It feels...
You've coached, though, right?
I have coached a little bit. I like all my hair, so I think if I coached too long, I would not have hair. As the Dodgers turn it over. As Sid's going to sprint from the bench to get into this game, and Nia Lott's out.
I've coached youth, but I lost a lot of hair, and I don't think it was anything to do with coaching.
Oh, my goodness. Broadcasting, you can just critique. You're not responsible. 10 seconds to go. Sid passes it up to Georgia Jansen, just turns it over. Good intention, bad idea, and bad result as McCaleb dribble drive off the right side. Kicks it out for the 3. No good. LJ Mayo will not make it. And that's the end of one. 13-6. Bobcats down 7. When we come back, it will be the second quarter here on KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Nation. I'm Nia Agnaga, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Welcome back in. Start of the second quarter, Bobcats down 13-6. Played much better late. But before we get back to the action here at George Funk Court, what's happening in the action across the state, Brandon?
Well, thanks to our very own Jeff Brooks back at the radio studios. He let us know that we're looking good on TV tonight. But also, he also let us know some scores. Grundy Center has an early lead on East Marshall, 13-4, as they near the second quarter.
Lead with that one.
West Marshall leads South Hamilton 28-8 with 3 minutes left before halftime. Pella over Newton 28-14 in the second quarter. PCM leads Nevada 12-8 after the first, and Dowling currently leading Waukee 16-7 as they are about halfway through the second quarter.
As you see there, Sid gets it blocked out of bounds. Absolutely love. She took the smaller McCaleb to the post. And I think there are some buckets there if Sid gets that mismatch again. She looks to pass it in, cutting Jansen. Jansen drops it off to Heitman. Heitman is going to be fouled, and they're going to say it's on the ground. She got hit across the wrist. And I believe it is on Janelle Derrick, number 20. And it will be Derrick's first foul. Bounce pass in, knocked away. Morgan Hildebrand's got to be much sharper with that bounce pass.
Yeah, we kind of a laser in there to Sydney. That's a hard one. You got to have a little more touch on those passes. But she had some pressure on her with the 5 seconds getting close.
They gave LJ Mail a 27-second break, and they're going to bring in Dakota Palmer, Brooklyn Palmer's sister. Still uncertain if it's my former doctor's nieces.
Okay.
Who knows?
Do you think he's available? Could we call him?
He might be. It's a Friday night, though.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably out having a steak or something.
Pass over to Brooklyn Palmer. Palmer drives, kicks it over to Hoshaw. Hoshaw trouble catching it as Frankie Long walls up on her, and it's a turnover. Sid picks it up, gets it over to Heitman. Bobcats need a bucket in the worst way. She's picked up by Mail. Hand off to Morgan Hildebrand. She's going to be guarded by Dakota Palmer. Looks inside for Sid. Now Hildebrand gets it knocked away. Dribble drive to the base. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Legal screen on Sydney?
Yes, it is. It's going to be sometimes, this is what I don't love about the illegal screen call, is sometimes when you just set a really good screen and you're the bigger individual. Let's see here. That looks pretty good. That's a tough one because it's called from the backside. That looked like a pretty good screen, in my opinion.
By the way, if you know Dr. Palmer and you're watching, leave a comment in the live chat on our YouTube feed to help us out here tonight if you know.
Oh, my goodness. Frankie Long has played incredibly well with those 2 fouls. That is her 4th block of the night, and she swallowed that thing up. Just to let you know, Dr. Palmer, that would be for our Northwest viewers out there in Washington. Dribble drive and good by Dakota Palmer. She's got her first bucket of the night and the first bucket of the second quarter. Bobcats down 9. Heitman picked up closely by LJ Mail. Nice dribble drive, gets it to Frankie. Frankie blocked by LJ Mail, and then she grabs it. She drove the bus here too as well, and that's a walk.
Yeah.
She took 4 steps.
At least 3, Dylan.
That's terrible.
If you think it's terrible, leave a comment in the live chat.
That's right.
Frankie with a bunny.
No good.
Just can't get it.
McCaleb gets it over to Palmer. Palmer dribble drive knocked away by Jansen. That was, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, maybe 3.
It was 3. This is not the NBA, folks.
It's the James Harden 7 steps. There we go again. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That is a travel.
It is. 1 shy of 4, though.
Sometimes if it looks like a travel, smells like a travel, it is a travel.
It is a travel, yeah.
As
By the way, are you traveling for the holidays?
I am traveling at the end of the year. We're going to go to Nashville. We're going to go to the Music City Bowl.
Oh, nice. Good for you guys. Iowa plays
Missouri.
Okay.
It's a good matchup. It's, border rival. As a rebound for the Bobcats. And you guys are going to go to the Badlands, correct?
The Black Hills.
Black Hills.
Yes. Close.
Line up for a 3, back iron, no good. Rebound, Frankie Long up off the glass. They're going to say it's on the ground.
The Badlands are cool, though, but there's not a lot to do there.
No, it's try not to die if you're climbing them. It's going to be on Brooklyn Palmer. It's her first foul. You see there the miss. Frankie Long crashing the board. Frankie's been great with the defense, blocks, rebounds. We need her to get a couple buckets as well. Hildebrandt almost dragged her pivot foot. Now Doster's up in her. Nice job by Hughes. Handing it back to Hildebrandt. Over to Sid. And as you see the Dodgers, they're really aggressive on the perimeter there in passing lanes.
Yeah, we are 3 minutes into the second quarter. Bobcats have not scored so far.
And Bobcats looking as a dribble drive, and the foul is going to be on Addison Lynch, her first time into the ball game. Third team foul already on Fort Dodge. And it's going to be off of Morgan. I'm not sure what she was trying to do there.
Yeah, she was standing a foot off the court and touching the basketball and just kind of lost her awareness. She's only a freshman. I don't know if her being the inbounder is necessarily setting the Bobcats up for success, unfortunately, tonight.
Yeah, and that's usually as Millie gets a steal, that's where you miss Kinsley. Kinsley is usually the one that inbounds the pass. You like that experience.
It's just the game's moving, pretty quick right now for Morgan Hildebrandt.
As Sid gets it poked away, she's able to get it back. She's going to get a pick from Hughes, dribble drive, and gets to the lane. No good. Almost, you wonder, she lines up a 3. That's going to be an iron, no good. Bobcats are getting some opportunities, and it's going to step out of bounds by Addison Lynch. Bobcats just cannot find the bottom of the net whatsoever.
The rim has not been kind.
The iron unkind. As Millie Heitman looks to get a pick from Hughes. Hughes rolls to the basket. Nice drop off. Up off the glass, no good. Long gets a hand in there, but ends up Dodgers get it. Lentz brings it across and gets it over to McCaleb. McCaleb fakes the pass to the corner. Now she's going to dribble it back out. Guarded by Jansen. Over to Palmer. Palmer, why not? Short on the 3. Rebound Long. My goodness. It feels just if the Bobcats have struggled. Scored 11 points Monday night. 22 points last night. Defensively, they're playing much better. They just cannot get the ball in the hoop. Heitman dribbles it back out. She's going to take Doster. Now drop it off to Hughes. Hughes for 3. Back iron, no good. Long right there. You want her to go right back up with it there. Sid over to Heitman. Heitman, hesitation. Up off the iron, no good. Rebound is going to be Palmer, and she's going to get it to Mayo.
Yeah, unfortunately, we try for the rebound, and then we kind of give up on the rest of it, even though it's still wrangling around, although Frankie Long not doing that as she rips away a rebound, and a quick timeout taken by head coach Brian Murphy. We'll take it with them. 3:07 to go, second quarter on KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
welcome back in as the Bobcats up down 17-6. 2 buckets in this entire second quarter, both by the Dodgers and Dakota Palmer. Bobcats have had a lot of looks, but no luck as Millie Heitman thought that Frankie Long was going to be in the short corner. She dove to the block, and the ball went out of bounds. Another turnover for the Bobcats.
Santa is talking with the children on the far side, making sure that the last-minute, wishes
are there,
can come true.
Do you think he's talking to them about shipping dates?
I think so. Yeah, he said turnaround's pretty tight this time of year.
I can promise it by January 2nd. I can promise it by Eastern Orthodox Christmas, which is like January 6th. Bobcats and Morgan Hildebrand brings it across. Hildebrand, Heitman, Jansen, Long, and then Nia Lott are out for the Bobcats. Jansen gets it as they're bringing that trap. Very aggressive at the perimeter. Hildebrand lines up a 3, front iron, no good. That look, she can shoot it from out there and got a nice clean look. Doster up to McCaleb, fires one underneath. Heitman's able to knock it away, or Jansen's able to knock it away at the last second.
Yeah, it was a good job by Jansen to hustle back defensively and get in the passing lane right there, or else that was going to be a very easy bucket.
Bobcats' defense has been much better, probably halfway through that first period, as knocking away, but McCaleb's able to pick it up. Doster looking inside, guarded by Jansen, gets it into the corner to Mail, guarded by Heitman. Drop down to McCaleb, and there is 6'2", meeting you. And she's doing a great job of staying straight up there. But the Dodgers retain possession. Mail goes to do a little teardrop, but blocked by Long.
Yeah, was that already she had 4 blocks last night? I think she's got 4 or 5 tonight already.
She has been able to block a lot of shots and done a great job with those 2 fouls. She's going to be subbed out. Capeyu and Hughes come into the lineup. McCaleb fires it in to Hoshaw, and she's going to have to track it down. It's Hoshaw, Palmer, Doster, McCaleb, and Mail in, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was a tough one because with that ball going out and have to reset, they totally forgot that the shot clock did not reset.
And that's really the one where you're thinking McCaleb or the bench to make sure that the point guard or the coach is letting the team know there. Yep. Hand off to Hildebrand, lines up a 3. This one no good off the glass. Lott gets the rebound. Great hustle play by the freshman.
Yeah.
Kicks it out to Jansen. Bad pass. Not a good pass.
Nia Lott, not as good as Amara Johnson with the basketball, but just as feisty, and I really love that about her. She's been fun to watch as a freshman.
Hughes wound up and slapped it down. My goodness.
You see her reaction? Sticking her tongue out there. She was.
I think she thought, I got lucky.
Yeah.
That was not a Michael Jordan tongue wag. That was I got lucky. There you go. There
that was probably more of a foul than it was a block. Hey, we'll take it.
She doesn't probably know. She probably never watched Dikembe Mutombo play.
No,
Dylan,
but in honor,
not
today.
In memoriam of the great Dikembe Mutombo.
My wife absolutely loved those NCAA commercials with Dikembe.
Oh, they were fantastic.
R.I.P.
My sister-in-law's name is Kim, and I always called her Kimbike, and sent her Dikembe Mutombo memes for her birthday.
Don't let it die, the tradition, Dylan.
Oh, my goodness. Dakota Palmer has 6 in the second quarter. Fort Dodge and Marshalltown beyond that have 0.
Our producer is letting you know that Hakeem Olajuwon was the all-time block leader.
Well, that's fantastic. I don't think we mentioned who the all-time block leader was.
I think it's just
randomly talking about Rockets.
I think it's a fun fact.
Well, and here's the reality. Everyone remembers Hakeem Olajuwon as a Raptor anyways.
And a rapper.
Yes, yeah. We are just here poking the producer. And he is so angry.
Hey, by the way,
Can you guess that sound? Comment below, because I've been hearing that off air every time we go to commercial. I got to hear that in my headset. Bobcats down 13. Hughes almost knocks it away. 32 seconds left to go. 22 on the shot clock. Mayo rips through off the glass. She's going to be fouled by Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes fouled out last night, as well as Georgia Jansen. I believe the two were to foul out. I don't think anybody's in danger here tonight, which is good. Frankie does have 2, but
she's played with those
for Hughes.
She's played with those for the last 12, 14 minutes of gameplay.
I think so.
As Mayo misses the first. After a really good first quarter where she had 8 points, she was doing whatever she wanted, held scoreless here in the second period. It's really coming down to the Bobcats cannot find buckets.
No.
If you said we gave up, this is a really good defensive effort after those first 4 minutes. Bobcats see if they can manufacture something. Sid gets it across half-court line. 16 seconds to go. Gets the pick from Hildebrand. Lines up a 3 short. No good. Doster with the rebound. They're going to have time. She looks up to Mayo. Gets it to Mayo. Long right there. Really does a nice job of affecting the shot. And the Bobcats, and that's going to do it. Bobcats did not score in that second quarter.
Wow.
Rough first half, down 20-6. When we come back, we'll look at the highlights from the first half, talk key adjustments, and look over the stats. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball at 12:30 a.m. and 93.9 FM and watching on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
'Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
And welcome back in. As you see, always fun at the Roundhouse as they're going for the presents there. We have Santa here, we have presents here, we have kids careening on scooters. It's got to be the holiday season as the Bobcats are down 20-6 at half. Looking at the leading scorers for the Dodgers, LJ Mayo has 9, Dakota Palmer has 6, all those points in the second quarter. Morgan Hildebrand, Ellie Hughes, and Sydney Capeyu all have a bucket for the Bobcats. All that adds up to 20-6. But when we come back, we will have a Cat connection with the number 7th ranked 165-pounder in the state and fresh off his 100th win in high school, Xavier Anderson. You're watching the Halftime Report here on KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography, swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to MarshalltownCSDfuture.com.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection with senior Xavier Anderson for the Marshalltown Bobcats, 8-0 on the season. I mean, you can't get much better than that. How's it been to your level of expectation so far for you?
It's been pretty good, you know. That's what I thought I was going to be. I don't expect any less from me, so yeah, it's pretty good. Should be more than 8-0. We got a tournament canceled, but it's all right.
So 8-0 on the season, like you mentioned, and heading into this one, you suffered an injury during the football season, a lower leg injury. How's the recovery process been? And obviously that hasn't hampered your results out there on the mat.
Yeah, the recovery process was quick. I mean, my doctor said it was one of the fastest that she's seen. So, I mean, I was doing physical therapy and stuff, and right when I got on my boot, I was at Grandview, and we were training hard and just getting ready for the season.
When you look at this season, you had success your freshman year, made it to state. Last year, you went back to state. What's keeping you going and motivated this season to get back there again?
What's keeping me motivated is those last few seconds in the blood round. You know, when I lost in that match both matches at state, when I lost to two people that I beat previous in the year, that's just keeping me motivated. Just rewatching those videos, seeing what I could do better, and just keep eyeing the top of that podium at state.
State's obviously one of the toughest in the nation, but winning your district, I mean, is that almost even harder because everything that's on the line with all the wrestlers you're going against?
Yeah, no, winning districts is really probably the hardest thing until you obviously get to state. Yeah, but winning districts here in the Roundhouse, home crowd, just everyone being hyped, that was the coolest thing, so yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about your wrestling style. What's your go-to takedown move? Are you looking for a one leg or two leg or something a little more fancy?
I mean, I'm just looking for one leg right off the bat, and if I get that leg in the air, I'm going to either kick it, I'm just going to ankle pick them and get them down on the mat and try to pin them.
All right, I know you bleed Bobcat red and blue and see out there during the summer raising money for the wrestling program at the baseball and softball games. How much Bobcat pride do you have in where this wrestling program stands off to a great start this year?
I mean, I have so much Bobcat pride. I love seeing the boys repping the Bobcats, you know. Just anything Bobcat, any game I'm showing up, cheering my school on. I just love it.
What else is planned for your senior season?
Win a state title and then go on and compete in freestyle and go place at Fargo, maybe win Fargo. So
yeah. What do you have planned after your high school career?
I plan on wrestling in college. Still undecided, but
a glance at the Grandview right there.
Yeah, so that might be where I'm heading.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Bobcat fans would like that, sticking a little bit close to home. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that is Xavier Anderson with our Cat Connection. All brought to you by Tyler Pashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
I'm Tyler Pashong, MHS graduate in 2008.
And I'm Justice Richardson, 2020 Marshalltown graduate.
My family, along with the entire agency, are happy to play a small part in a community that cares so much about each other.
At Tyler Pashong State Farm, our goal is giving back to the community. There are many current and former Bobcats giving back through donating, volunteering, coaching, and just being a great neighbor and friend.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back in. You see the student section starting to fill in with some beautiful sweatshirts and sweaters. You see
our very own Laken Eastman there in the front row.
Laken Eastman's been doing a great job on the camera for us, but we got Joe Cornwell in the still cam here tonight, taking Laken's job. That's probably why he's not smiling.
It's true. But
Bobcats,
home for the holidays.
That's right. Bobcats down 20-6.
All right.
And let's look to Brandon for some scores around the state.
All right, real quick here in girls' game, South Hardin is leading AGWSR 20-19. Grundy Center up on East Marshall at halftime, 37-8. Waukee Northwest tied with Southeast Polk at halftime, 29-all. Second half between the Dodgers and the Bobcats coming up next right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
There he is, Babyface Braga, David Braga, and he sent me some facts about himself.
Do you think that's his Christmas shirt, by the way?
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing that's his Christmas shirt.
Nothing would say that, but I'm just going to guess. He says that no, trumpet is not his main instrument.
I told you.
Mainly percussion and piano.
Yeah.
He does not have a tenor sax. He never really learned any of the woodwind instruments. To his knowledge, no Babyface Braga CDs. We should switch that. But he does love getting some love here on KFJB-TV.
And we love him.
That's right. He's the best.
He
best
also plays tennis.
at
He also plays
KFJB-TV.
tennis in his free time.
Well, hot dang. What doesn't he do?
Not a whole lot.
And it's going to be a 3-second call on LJ Mail. Nothing really developing.
He's an avid Cyclone supporter as well.
He is. That is where we really come to odds. Anything else, I think we're pretty cool. Heitman drops it down to Hughes, blocked by McCaleb. I really like that two-person game, though. They've gotten their best offense off that high pick and then drop in that pick and roll. Good job by McCaleb, though. That's really where Ellie's got to keep it shoulder high and above. And we're going to get a full timeout already. We'll take them with it. Bobcats down 20-6.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this, the Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Hey, I'm Georgia Jansen, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Welcome back in. You see headman Brian Murphy just trying to ride up a play that ends with the basketball in the hoop. Bobcats have really struggled to score, and he's talking a lot about the hard cuts. When the Bobcats have had opportunities, it's on those hard cuts, but a lot of times they've been really sloppy and lackadaisical on those cuts to the rim.
By the way, Dylan, only a minute gone, and Indiana and Notre Dame in the playoff are still locked up at 0. Indiana had to punt on their opening possession.
That's not good. I need them to beat the Irish. They pass it around. Sid looks at a three, guarded by McCaleb. She takes her off the bounce, and then she's going to be short, gets it to Long, and Mayo not
knocks it away from behind. Again, that's been all night long. Blocks, misses at the rim. I do not want to know what our shooting percentage is tonight.
Not hot.
I'm hoping double digits. Pass out to Palmer. Palmer over to Hoshaw. Hoshaw gets it to Mail at the top free throw line. Rips through. Teardrop off the back iron. No good. And guess who gets the rebound?
No. Georgia got the feed, but she was not looking.
Heitman straight to the lane. Bumped. No call. And off the glass. Too hard. No good. Hughes just fighting like a pit bull down there, but it's going to be off of her, and Dodgers are going to get it. And that's one thing when Millie's pretty slight build, that a slight bump can get her off her trajectory pretty easily. She's going to, oh, that's a carry. Yeah, Doster knew it. I think she was trying to pass, and then she carried it like a French baguette in the Riviera.
That sounds good.
It does sound good.
Maybe some Alfredo.
Maybe a little bruschetta, and you know, you have a little of the olive oil and the balsamic.
Oh, yeah, I love to make a good bruschetta. I make a good homemade one, Dylan. Well, I'll have to have you over sometime.
I think that would be good. I would allow you to do that.
Thank you.
I'm a busy man.
I love fresh basil. Sneaky top 5 food for myself.
Oh, fresh basil. It's a game changer.
Does our producer Zach like fresh basil? Okay. All right.
He says, like the Rockets,
he's
it's
on the
mid. Gets it into Heitman. Handoff to Jansen. Jansen right-handed dribble, guarded by Brooklyn Palmer. Gets it into Sid, guarded by McCaleb off the bounce.
Oh.
No good. I really like that matchup, and we have not executed it once.
Just can't finish.
Pass into Mayo. Mayo hooks her, and then blocked. And a trip by Sid. I believe that'll be her second tonight.
Yeah. No, that'll be first. Or, yeah, it's her second.
Second foul there, you see. You get the block there, just a long arm of the law. Frankie might have a double-double here tonight without scoring a point. Pass in the corner. Line up 3 from Mail.
Wow.
And just in. And she's got that real high two-handed release there. She's
got a really nice shot. Really nice shot. And she's only a junior.
Well, you think that 6-foot wing player with a high release. Impossible to block.
Whoa, I like the teardrop.
Georgia Jansen, that would have been good if the rim was 23 feet tall. Jansen is tied for the lead with 3 other Bobcats with a bucket. Blocked by Heitman. Hughes corrals it, hands it back to Heitman, and here come the Bobcats. They need back-to-back buckets in the worst way. Knocked away by McCaleb. It's going to go out of bounds, but stay with the Bobcats.
Yeah, almost towards Santa. Oh, wait, where is Santa?
He's got a lot to do. There you see passing in to Jansen. Jansen left-handed dribble, gets a pick from Sid, nothing developing. Heitman guarded closely by McCaleb, gets it over to Hughes, guarded by Doster, gets it in the post.
Oh, more of that, please.
And Jansen with back-to-back buckets. Nice little baseline pick, and Jansen was wide open.
That's the execution we're talking about, right? You get in the front court, get something set up.
And that's where Ellie just needs to body up and say straight up. She does not need to come down on that. But now you get opportunity for 2 shots for McCaleb, who went 0 of 2 there in the first half. She shoots it at 52%. Does not shoot it at 52% anymore as Hughes goes out for Morgan Hildebrandt. Hughes again picked up her second foul. That gives 3 Bobcats 2 fouls on the night. It's their starting front court, Capello, Long, and Hughes. Short again. And didn't box out, just went for the ball. It's going to be off of Jansen. That's a big thing, is Long just goes straight to the ball and doesn't box out the defender, and it ends up Dodgers basketball.
Little cross pick action to try to get the ball underneath. Nothing there, but the Bobcats can't track it down. Gets it out to Doster. Doster top of the key over to McCaleb, guarded closely by Morgan. Morgan doesn't get anything, and it's a lot of contact, no call, and it's going to go to the Bobcats.
I think they got bailed out there because Heitman kind of got the basketball, and then she got boxed out from controlling it. We'll take it.
We need every advantage we can get here tonight. Bobcats down 23-10. Defensively, a huge effort. Offensively, looking better in the third quarter. At that time, then Morgan Hildebrand has to track it down at half court. The lefty guarded really closely by Dakota Palmer, who had a great first half. Heitman looking inside to Long, gets it in. She just buried her defender, and it's going to be a foul on Dakota Palmer.
Now they're calling a travel.
A travel on
Frankie. Which is interesting because the ball was in the process of being ripped away. She was stepping through.
All right. Dakota Palmer had those 6 big points in the second quarter. She passes inside to McCaleb, and everybody else is like, all right. Must have been a force field around it because no Bobcat was within about a country mile. Heitman.
How far is a country mile, Dylan?
I assume it's the same as a normal mile, but it's just what we called it in the country.
Because there's nothing around.
I think so.
You know, not like a mile down from Casey's or something.
We've got back-to-back turnovers on traveling calls. Bobcats down 15 as Jansen and Long come out as Megan Heitman is coaching Frankie up, says you've got to keep the basketball up chest high and above. B6'2". You know, that's the only thing Frankie can be that no one else on the court can be is 6'2".
That is true. That is an actual fact.
That's what we're here, giving facts and opinions, mostly opinions. Morgan Hildebrand got a gift, and it's Bobcat basketball. 3 minutes to go. See if they can chip into this lead. Gets Sid in the post. Guarded close up off the glass. No good. Hughes gets it, and she's going to pull it back out. I do not understand why we just keep going up. Attack the glass. Nia Lott, high dribble, and it's going to be a carry. That's where Naya's got to just put it up there, know that she came around and that basketball went up over her head. You need to put it up. 3 unforced turnovers on the Bobcats in the last 3 possessions. Brooklyn Palmer, bounce pass into McCaleb. They do a really nice job of having the point guard at that free throw line.
Mm-hmm, they do. They always find that open spot.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit is when a couple years ago when the Bobcats were really rolling in the first half of the season and Prince Jala for the boys team would get it at that free throw line. It seemed the offense just moved incredibly well with him there. Bounce pass, Doster is going to be fouled by Hildebrand. Fort Dodge is going to get 2 shots from Ellie Doster. Doster on the year is shooting. Has not actually made a free throw this year. I believe she's 0 for 2. And no reason to change that.
I agree.
Back iron no good. And Frankie Long's going to come back into the ball game as Sid Capeu and Morgan Hildebrand comes out. It'll be Heitman, Jansen, Hughes, Lott, and Long. Back one is back iron no good. And who else?
Frankie.
With another rebound. Frankie Long just cleaning the boards.
Coming off a double-double last night, it just, again, the growth is only a sophomore. You just can't wait to see what she continues to develop in.
And you see the growth and the maturity, and then Nia Lott just with a really freshman mistake. And then lucky that Mayo was wide open, could not knock down the 3. Doster left-handed dribble, looked like she carried it again, but no call. Poked away by Jansen.
And it's going to stay with the Dodgers. That rim is just on lock for the Bobcats. And really this game has not been a scoring fest whatsoever. Over to Dakota Palmer, dribble drive pass. Heitman drops off to her sister Brooklyn, over to McCaleb. And again coming out, it happened last time, knock it away. Another shot clock violation.
Yeah, second one of the night for Fort Dodge. We haven't seen too many of those this year, but here tonight it getting the best of them. And last year we thought there would be a ton of those with the new implementation of the shot clock, but hasn't been as big of a problem as I thought maybe it would be at the high school level.
No, we've called less than 10. As a nice drive by Heitman, no good as Long tries to get it. I think it's going to stay with the, they're going to say it's off of double four, Frankie Long. I think they could have maybe called a foul, so I'll take it out on Frankie instead of a foul on Frankie. Dosser gets it to McCaleb, just another block, and Heitman's got to look ahead. Gets it up to Jansen. Jansen off the glass and good. Jansen's had a huge third quarter. She has all 6 of her points here. Bobcats cut it to 13. 45 seconds left to go, and they're going to call a foul on Jansen. That's a little bit of knowing when to pull it off a little bit.
Yeah, especially 30 feet from the basket right there when you're out there way out high, coming out for the pressure, but unfortunately, 5th foul, so free throws here for McCaleb, and it's not been her forte tonight.
No. But she makes that one.
5th one's the charm.
1 out of 5. I was going to say I'm happy that has not been the case for marriages for me. I'm happy the first one was the charm. She makes both of them.
Well, my wife and I, almost 3 years coming up at the end of the month, so, you know.
It was a night very much like last night.
Yeah, a little dicey on the roads. The marriage, to this point, is
on the roads. At home and everywhere else, fine, but on the roads. Line up for 3, McCaleb, no good. Rebound, there's 25 seconds to go. Heitman gets it as Dodgers still extend pressure. They've got that trapping pressure. Gets it to Hughes. They've got numbers. Hughes chicken wings her. Gets it up off the glass. No good. Long up off the glass. And she's got her first bucket of the night. Bobcats down 27-14. 2 seconds to go. Dakota Palmer, rainbow, no good. No Skittles at the end of that rainbow. As we go into the 4th, Bobcats down 13. See if they can claw back into this one. You're listening on 1230 AM, KFJB, and 93.9 FM, and watching on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome back into George Funk Court here at the historic Roundhouse. You see the Bobcats out there. Number 20, Millie Heitman, had a nice assist to the streaking Georgia Jansen, who had all 6 of her points in the 3rd. But let's take a moment to check out scores from the one Jeff Brooks via Brandon Lewis.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. And a final tonight, West Marshall down South Hamilton 60-18. Pella on top of Newton 75-47. And a country mile is 320 rods. 4 square county miles is a section, or 660 acres. That is why we have Jeff Brooks on the squad.
You know what I'm going to say, Brooksy?
I am less confident I know what a country mile is after you gave me all of those facts. Oh, she traveled.
That's, yep. Mm-hmm.
Are they going to?
Big time travel.
What are they calling? Are they calling a foul?
Wow, that's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's fire up the replay there. I know Zach's working on it right now, but that's.
That on Ellie Hughes.
That's an interesting
tough
one.
Call.
Get the feed.
Yep,
Hughes didn't even.
I think she grabbed her forearm.
Okay. Didn't look like she hardly got her.
As Long gets a rebound, no. Oh, gosh. Heitman gets it. Oh, good night.
Yeah, turnover at midcourt, bad one.
Nice body up by Sid, forcing Palmer. Caleb gets a rebound, gets it. Now it's knocked away, and Jansen gets it, and she's going to be fouled by the other Palmer. Brooklyn Palmer will pick up the foul. I believe that's her second on the night.
Getting a tight whistle here in the fourth quarter with just a minute gone, and 27-14 our score. Bobcats, need rattle off a little run here.
Yeah.
Get yourself back into this one.
Well, and one of the things you notice without Kinsley Bowie is the three-point shot was a weapon for the Bobcats as they rattled off 4 wins in their first 5 games. That has not been open here tonight. As Heitman looks at a three, the three, no good as LJ Mail swallows that up. If you're Scott Messerly, it's just got to be really fun to see a 6-footer out there that moves like a guard. As Long gets another rebound, she's well into double digits here tonight. This is where you wonder. That's
one of those things, Dylan, where Sydney picks up her dribble and then nobody kind of helps come to the ball. You've got to come to the ball and help her out because the passing lane's being taken away by the defender right up on her.
And that's where I still think, like from the bench, that's where if you know your timeouts, and you can kind of see the writing on the wall in that one. You've got to call a timeout from the bench there. Ellie Hughes swallowed up, and she's going to be fouled by, I believe that's going to be Dakota Palmer.
Yep. We've gone on some big droughts here. We're 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Nobody's scored.
Yep.
Bobcats didn't even put up a bucket in the second quarter.
Well, and you look at that, and Fort Dodge only did because the person who just got a foul had 3 buckets. Rebound by Heitman. This has not been an offensive symphony.
Yeah, Dakota Palmer hit the deck there.
And that's right there
happened.
that Sid, they had numbers, and she just kind of hung on to the basketball. Oh, no. Long gets it, and she's going to be tied up. And it's going to go to the Dodgers. Or actually, they're going to say it's to the Dodgers.
Yeah, jump ball is. Frankie kind of brought the ball down just enough to allow Brooklyn Palmer. We talked about I did last night. I was by myself. You were at home resting.
I was at a Christmas concert.
I hope you enjoyed yourself, by the way, with Adam Sandler.
He was
your son.
He had a cardigan. He had dress pants and shoes by the time he got there. And then this morning he went as Moroccan Christmas Michael Scott from The Office. A velour suit jacket.
Did he borrow that from you?
Yeah, it's a hand-me-down. It's he's growing. He's now up to 5'5". He's really shooting up.
From your slimmer days?
Yeah. It's actually when we first became partners.
You and me?
Yeah.
Wow. You've really grown up since we met.
Yeah, you made me eat my feelings. As, Dakota Palmer gets her fourth
I was
bucket.
more talking about your 5'7" stature, but you're now wearing platforms to every game.
Bobcats down 29-14. As Sid takes it to the hole and it's knocked away. Yeah, it really feels like the Bobcats, it's a lot of one-on-one, and with this type of pressuring defense, you got to move that ball quickly. You've got to get it to both sides of the court
Because right now you're just driving into the teeth of the defense and trying to beat it all with the dribble. As Dakota Palmer sprints down the court, a little up and under. She's in double digits. She joins LJ Mayo in double digits. Sid gets it up to Morgan. Morgan up off the glass. Too hard, no good. Frankie Long with another rebound. Top of the key, Millie Heitman gets it down to Sid. Sid up off the glass. Oh, my goodness. Bobcats down 31-14, 4.5 minutes left to go. As Georgia Jansen, you could see that coming. She read it. Up off the glass, no good, but a foul by Mia McCaleb.
Yeah, good to see Georgia Jansen not hampered by last night. She kind of got roughed up a couple times, but out here starting tonight, and that was a really good look there. I thought the Bobcats were a little lackadaisical getting back on defense after the Capeyu miss, but Georgia Jansen, she had her head on a swivel and came up with a nice steal.
And she already made a break on the ball before they even passed it there. Georgia shooting 44% from the line, misses the first one. See if she can get the second one. I do think we do have a kids dance performance tonight as well. So I'm seeing a lot of young kids coming in, parents coming in. So there's more to be had than just Santa. Second one is no good, but the Bobcats get the rebound. Heitman down to Sid, and she's going to be fouled by LJ Mayo. That's going to be Mayo's second.
Fourth team foul, so one more, and the Bobcats are shooting through the rest of this fourth quarter with still 4:15 to go.
And Sid shooting it about 43% from the line and makes the first one. And that's one, you look down there, she got the nice position. Good shot by her very own Keith Stewart. Right underneath the basket support. Second one off to the left, no good. Rebound Hoshaw. LJ Mayo. Oh, closely guarded by Heitman. Heitman dogging her at the top, but Mayo's able to dribble through, and they're going to call an illegal pick, and that is going to be called on Addison Lynch. Actually, they're going to call it on Brooklyn Palmer. I didn't even think Palmer was there, but it's going to be a timeout. We'll take them with it. Bobcats down 16 with just a little over 4 minutes to go here on KFJB-TV.
'Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
I'm Millie Heitman. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Coach Brian Murphy coaching it up, really hounding in as Bobcats down big right now, but just coaching for effort and to get some things going. I know you've got a couple more finals from Jeff Brooks.
Yeah, so Bobcats down 31-15 to the Dodgers here, but a final PCM takes down Nevada tonight 60-23. Grundy Center 64-18 on top of East Marshall tonight in girls action tonight. And also a final, Centennial takes down Valley 73-42. Waukee Northwest over Southeast Polk 63-36. And Dowling beats Waukee 58-31.
It's a good win for Dowling. Always been pretty doggone good at women's basketball.
Yeah, they have.
And their most famous alum is getting her jersey retired at Iowa during the USC game.
Have they retired it at Dowling for?
I think so, but I am not positive on that one.
Okay.
And I know ticket prices because Juju Watkins will be in town as Millie Heitman gets it up off the glass. And, of course, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
I think they're in the $400 or $500 range now. That is a lot of contact.
Who's going to be in the house?
Juju Watkins from USC.
Okay.
And our very own Zach Tomish is saying those tickets are not $400 to $500. They are up from that. And, they're going to say that's off of Millie Heitman. Millie does a nice job of getting those long arms, getting able to get deflections without picking up fouls. For the Bobcats, it's Hildebrand, Jansen, Capeyu, Long, and Heitman. It is McCaleb, Lynch, Doster, as Lynch 3, back iron no good, but Doster's able to get it. LJ Mail goes in, and she's going to be fouled, and she's going to get 2 shots.
Frankie Long's going to pick up her 3rd.
And Bobcats have struggled really to box out. We've rebounded it well, but a lot of it is just going to the basketball, not actually, as I lovingly refer to it, as putting a butt in the gut. As the first one is up and in. Mail started off with those 8 first quarter points. She's kind of tapered off a little bit. She's got 13 now on the night, averaging just over 18 points a game. Second one is off, back iron no good, and Long's going to track down another rebound.
She's got to have 20 rebounds tonight.
It's a lot of them. It's a bushel and a peck. Another country measurement that I don't know what it means. Maybe that means
Jeff's
it's like
working on it right now.
73 rods, 400 acres. I still don't know what a rod is. But if anybody else has a favorite country form of measurement, comment below.
What does it mean when you haven't seen somebody in a fortnight? How many days is that?
Isn't it 20?
No.
That's a score.
I believe it's 13.
Down to Long. Long up off the glass and good. Heitman did a great job of feeding her. And now McCaleb gets it, picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Lynch. Lynch back to McCaleb. Looks at the 3. No. Oh, Frankie Long came out and made her decision not to shoot that 17-footer. A good one. Nice bounce pass from Doster down to Mail, but that's going to stay with the Dodgers as Millie got her hand on that one.
14 days is a fortnight.
Days.
2 weeks.
But if you haven't seen someone in a fortnight, when you see them, you have to do a dance that people over 40 don't know what it is.
Or you have to play fortnight.
I think that's what they do. LJ Mail with a bucket, too easy. She's now up to 15 points, and that's a bad pass by Georgia Jansen. McCaleb, little hesitation, and does not get it. Heitman with the rebound, and they are going to call a foul on that. Jansen with a bad pass, but did a nice job of getting in the way of McCaleb, making her double clutch, and that will be free throws for Millie Heitman. Heitman, the lone Bobcat, shooting at over 60% from the foul line, 62% to be exact. Actually 64.7% to be exact. That's why you say...
You're a numbers guy.
That's why you never say to be exact. You're just putting yourself in a corner no one else did. First one is up and good. She just wanted to make all the rim feel involved on that one.
Down by 14. I just feel like with as many missed shots as the Bobcats have had tonight, I feel like this could be more of a 5-6 point game, but just have not been able to find the hoop.
Oh my goodness, Lynch leaked out on that one. Oh, and Georgia was able to get in her way again, missed that, but got her own rebound and able to put it in. And that's Lynch's first bucket of the night as Lott's in the game, passes it over to Heitman. It's Long, Lott, Capeyu, Jansen, and Long. 90 seconds left to go in this one. Bobcats down 16 as Jansen goes in, and she's going to be fouled and shoot 2 shots for the Bobcats. Jansen's had a really good offensive game here tonight, actually in the second half.
Hey, big shout out to Rumors in Marshalltown. They are streaming us
I love it
on the TVs at Rumors, so appreciate their support of Bobcat Athletics.
Here's the thing about Rumors, as Jansen makes the first one, is I have restaurateurs in my job. I get to work with a lot of restaurateurs. that off the record will say Rumors are the best wings in town.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard anyone say that Rumors did not have the best wings in town. And when your competitors say that, it must be true.
It must be true. I've heard that as well.
The second one is up and no good. But to get their own rebound, Lott down to Capeyu, and it's knocked away from Michaela, but it's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Bobcats.
Long and Hughes going to be back into the game as Hildebrand and Lott will check out.
And it's a little bit more expertise. You get the senior out there, and the freshman guards come off. Jansen gets it, looking into Long. Nice entry pass. Long looks to put it up. She's going to have to earn them from the line. And then the freshmen come back in. So they're doing that for a defensive-offensive switch, really. As Frankie Long on the night has not been to the free throw line so far. She's got 4 points. First one is up and is no good on the year. She's shooting just over 46%.
To be exact.
Yes, that's for any aspiring communicators out there, be it broadcasting or just speaking live, never say to be exact. Even if you're a statistician or a doctor, just round it up. That's what I say. What's your temperature? 103, 4. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be a timeout there with 1:13 left to go. Bobcats down 13. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Welcome back in. There you see the Marshalltown Bobcat boy team trying to get back in their winning ways. Of course, you also have Winner there as well. He always finds a way. Always finds a way to find the camera. But the Bobcats had a really rough effort last night. They're looking to get back in the winning column after going 0-2, getting it back to 2-2. They lost a big one last night that was not pretty, and they sit at 2-4. It's going to be Fort Dodge's ball as the Bobcats extend the pressure as Lott knocks it away. Over there in that alumni band, you know who has moved from the bleacher to the background is our very own babyface.
You
David
can belt
Brackett.
it a little better when you're standing.
That's right. Use that diaphragm. As Brooklyn Palmer screams across the timeline, gets it down to Mayo, fouled by Georgia Jansen.
Boys game will not start on time tonight. They were slated for a 7:45. It is currently 7:48, Dylan. The JV game went long.
It did.
I think they played a fifth quarter tonight.
And it was senior night.
That's just an Ames.
These are just veiled jabs at Ames, which Bobcat girl bowlers knocked out Ames the other night.
They did, yeah.
So that was a great job by them.
Great win.
I know Devin Peterson had her first 200 game.
Yeah.
So that's another
You ever
big
had
deal.
a 200 game?
I have bowled a 191. That's the best I could do. Looking inside, Millie Heitman cross court to Hughes, top of the key to Capeyu. As McCaleb's just up in her jersey, gets over to Heitman, little head and shoulder fake, pulls up from 18, no good. And then defensive rotation back in with 42 seconds to go. Hughes is going to come out, Long is going to come out. going with length and quickness here.
Yeah. And unfortunately, better effort tonight at home, but still the same result as it was last night. Going to suffer a loss here and slide back to the 500 mark and go to 0-2 in conference play on the season with a loss here to Fort Dodge. But, a lot of things to work on, but also I think maybe getting somebody healthy and back over winter break, or maybe the rest will help this girls basketball team heading into the second half of the season.
Nice hands by Sid, able to knock it away. And one thing I'll say is, they've been much better against the press this year. Their half-court offense has not been real solid, and without consistent guard play, that makes a lot of sense. Sid went down. She is not in. Sid is struggling. She either came down on her leg wrong.
I think she's going to wait for the trainers as head coach Brian Murphy hustles over.
And then Scott Carnahan from Marshalltown's own Sport Plus is sauntering over.
Yeah. Yeah, just 16 seconds remaining here as 38-21 our score.
And Brian Murphy sprinted off the bench. One of the positives, I guess, of if you're going to have somebody banged up, it's they don't play again till January 7th.
Yeah,
so
that's for sure.
There
long
is a
layoff.
long layoff. Of course, in pregame, you see Kinsley Bowie was in a boot, along with Amara Johnson. Again, is still has that support from her Achilles injury.
Looks like she'll finally be helped up here. Already playing with that left knee brace, and just unfortunately she's battled loinjuries at times in her career. Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah, and this is doing on the exact opposite side of what the locker room is, so it becomes that long walk back across the court. Bobcats again down 38-21. 16 seconds left to go here in this ball game. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a break as they get junior forward Sydney Capeyu off the court. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects. From learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
As the final seconds looked Fort Dodge says we're going to keep on scoring. As LJ Mayo gets over her average, she has 19 tonight, and 2 seconds, 1 to go. Lott with the shot, no good, and that'll do it. Bobcats lose 40-21. Great defensive effort, really struggled on the offensive end. When we come back, we'll look at stats and look at the highlights from this game, and then we'll look towards the nightcap as the Marshalltown men take on the Fort Dodge Dodgers. You're watching Bobcat basketball here on KFJB-TV and listening on 1230 AM KFJB.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
And welcome back. Bobcats fall to 4-4. Dodgers go to 3-3, 40-21. Bobcats lose. Struggled on the offensive end. For Fort Dodge, they were led by 19 points from junior L.J. Mayo, but it really was those 10 points by Dakota Palmer that seemed to be the difference. For your Marshalltown Bobcats, Frankie Long had 4 points, a ton of rebounds, and about 7 blocks. Sydney Capeyu had 3. Ellie Hughes had 2. Millie Heitman had 1. Morgan Hildebrandt had 2. And Georgia Jansen had 9 points in a great effort from the junior.
Yeah, definitely a tough loss here at home, but they'll take the next 2 weeks. They won't have their next game until January 7th at Waterloo East.
And when we come back, we will do the OPA Player of the Game, and then we'll start turning it towards men's action to cap off the night. You're watching Bobcat Basketball here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated, and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Welcome back in as you see the Marshalltown Bobcats warming up. But now it is time for our KFJB-TV Player of the Game, presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is
Opa!
And it goes to the junior, 5'11 junior, Georgia Jansen. Jansen had 9 points all in the second half and really played a nice job. She was the only one that seen that the lid on the basket would come off for.
Yeah, she really did a nice job overall. Had a steal, went down, earned some free throws. So definitely has been working hard this year to improve her game, which is good to see. Congrats, Georgia Jansen, winning a $25 gift certificate for OPA Player of the Game. Boys, right around the corner, we head to the locker room report. Get you ready for that one next, right here on KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse on George Funk Court. I'm Brandon Lewis, still in Doze alongside me. The Bobcats in action tonight on the boys' side of things. Looking to bounce back in a game where last night they got it taken to them by Mason City. What do you look for out of this Bobcat team in a response against Fort Dodge? They're 0-4, but they do not care about that.
No, Marshalltown just looked terrible. I don't know. There isn't a softer way to say it. Last night, they did not look good at any level. Didn't shoot it well, didn't play defense very well, really didn't show up last night. They showed a lot of moxie and effort Monday night, but you look at Fort Dodge 0-4. There have been some tight games in this with the Bobcats always coming out on top, but this year, Bobcats have been up and down and have not played a full 4 quarters.
Kyle Smith just 1 of 9 from three-point land and last night. He's really got to get going early here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Drake Gersma has been the offense this week, but you look at Kyle, I'm looking, can you get him a 3 in transition? Can you get him an early layup? Can he get to the free throw line? Whatever he can do to see the ball go in the hoop is going to be a big deal for the Bobcats.
Coming up next, we will talk with the head man, Mike Apple, as we continue with our countdown to tip-off. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to marshalltowncsdfuture.com.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off. It is the Bobcats hosting the Fort Dodge Dodgers tonight. Coming up here in just a little bit, the boys' game. Now chatting with head coach Mike Apple here tonight. Coach, your team coming off a loss on the road in Mason City. How does your team kind of just throw that away and move on here tonight?
Well, we really have no other choice. You know, we have to come in with a positive mindset and be ready and use what we did last night as a little bit of fuel. You know, there was some things we did that were a little out of character and overall just not really what we've been seeing. So we just got to have a short-term memory, let it go, and be prepared tonight.
In a night like that, how do you make sure it doesn't carry over of a 13-23 at the free throw line and Kyle Smith went 1 of 9 from three-point land? How do you kind of get it? Is it maybe a little bit of home cooking might help you here tonight?
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously it always helps being at home, but just, you know, being mentally tough and understanding that, you know, Fort Dodge doesn't really care how we played last night, and we have to be ready to play a game and flush that one behind, you know, just not worry about it, understand what makes us good, and get back to those characteristics how we want to play.
Fort Dodge is 0-4 on the season. You pretty much have a better statistical category in almost all of them when you look at it kind of on paper, but, you know, they always kind of get up for this game. So what do you know you need to do well against Fort Dodge to make sure that you kind of shut down what they want to accomplish?
Well, we got to play hard. We can't just expect to go out there and you know, not play hard and get defensive stops and think things are going to go our way. We have to play with energy and play hard, get stops defensively, and take care of the ball offensively, take good shots, and just take what's there, and then just really got to focus on taking care of the ball tonight. Had a lot of turnovers against Mason City. We want to clean that up. Just be really solid.
This is the last game before break, plus it's a conference game. How pivotal is this one?
It's big going into break. Obviously, you want to get that sour taste out of your mouth from Mason City. So, just based on how our guys were acting at shoot around and film and scout, it's been productive. And it's just a matter of let's get back to what we can do and put that on the floor and be productive and be ready to play a game. I think most importantly, that's kind of what hurt us, last night was I just didn't feel like we were ready to play the game, and they came out and smacked us in the face a little bit, and we weren't able to recover.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. We'll take a look at the starting five for the Dodgers and the Bobcats when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Back inside the Roundhouse as the countdown to tip-off continues. Now time for our starting lineups tonight, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. First up for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, 0-4 behind fourth-year head coach Willie Williams. Starting lineup looks like this. Carter Woodruff, number 2, will get the go tonight, averaging 9 points per game, nearly 4 rebounds and 5 assists. He is a 5'7" senior guard. Number 3, Cade Westerhoff, 12 points per game, nearly 4 rebounds per game, and he's shooting it 38% from the floor. He is a 6'3" junior forward. Number 4, Taven Altman, 5 points per game, 3 rebounds per game for the 5'8" sophomore guard. Number 5, Tytrell Mosley will start, 6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game for the 5'11" sophomore forward. And rounding out the lineup for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, the number 34, 6'1" sophomore forward, Cooner Jensen, as he's averaging 3 points per game and nearly 7 rebounds per game as well. That's the lineup for the Dodgers tonight, who average 52.5 points per game. 67 is what they're giving up every contest. Meanwhile, for the 2-4 Marshalltown Bobcats tonight, behind 7th-year head coach Mike Apple, assisted by Brynjar Brynjolfsson, Bobcats are averaging 48 points per game, 57 points given up on the season. Number 1, Jamison Niehaus, 6' sophomore guard, 2 points last night against Mason City. He's averaging nearly 5 a game and 83% from the free throw stripe. Number 3, Drake Gersma is the point guard for the Bobcats. He'll run things up top. He was our player of the game last night. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals against Mason City, averaging 10 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, and nearly 5 assists on the season. Number 10, Kyle Smith, has struggled from the perimeter past couple of games. Last night, just 1 of 3 from long distance. The 6'4" junior guard will start. Number 24, Lamar Johnson, averaging 7 points per game, 4 rebounds, a 6' senior guard. And number 30, Jacob Hayes, averaging 7 points per game, 6'2" junior guard, will start tonight for head coach Mike Apple. That's our starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Tip-off between the Cats and the Dodgers next, right here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
When the sun goes down, you can find me tearing up downtown with the high beams. No need for review when they can catch you. I never look back, never look. Green light, go baby. Hit the pedal to the metal, go crazy. They can slow me down, 'cause I never look back.
Bobcats a little rattled. Almost threw a turnover. Kyle Smith, 3. And now to a cutting Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Kicks down left wing 3. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one.
Well, the final game of the front half of the season tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats before Christmas break, and a big one on the line here for the Bobcats as they are 2-4 on the season, taking on the 0-4 Fort Dodge Dodgers. Bobcats looking for their first Iowa Alliance Conference North victory here tonight. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, which are all brought to you by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Dylan, your key for those Cats tonight.
For my 90s kids out there, Mortal Kombat, finish him. Right? They did not finish well around the basket Monday night, really cost them the game. And last night, they just didn't fight. They've got to fight much harder. Flip it to the other side. Go off Westerhoff, not Nesterhoff. Not sure where that came from, but the man out west. Go off Westerhoff, because the Bobcats have been able to handle Woodruff throughout the years. Westerhoff has been able to hit some shots, also a very good rebounder for his size.
Zach can't read my writing, apparently. That's okay. Lamar Johnson, we are underway here tonight as Westerhoff was out there to tip against Lamar Johnson. Drake Erzma picks it up in the front court, dribbling to the right wing, gets it to Niehaus, far side corner, dribbles out to the wing. Kyle Smith off a screen, takes a 3, left wing, knocks it down right out of the gate. That is a way to jump yourself right out of a slump, hitting the first 3 you see.
That sure looked good. Nice little screen, got a piece of him by Jacob Hayes, and Kyle Smith able to float that 3 up off the glass, but come back down and give up a quick bucket.
Yeah, Westerhoff, the jumper at the right block is good off the glass. 3-2, Cats leading. 45 seconds gone here in the opening quarter of play. Kyle Smith, cross-court pass over to Niehaus at the top of the key now. Looking around, finds Gersma left wing. Lamar Johnson cutting to the top of the key. Now flashing down the paint. He'll opt for Kyle Smith. And he's going to go right down the heart of the paint, lays it up, but falls off the right side of the rack. Dodgers on the quick break. Zespan will get it. Right wing feeds inside. Westerhoff cutting down the lane past Niehaus, who was trying to flail at that one. Westerhoff, all of the Dodgers 4 to begin. 4-3. Black and red on top of the blue and red here tonight. Bobcats in their home whites. All black uniforms tonight for Fort Dodge. So Lamar Johnson, top of the key, catches a high pass from Gersma. Juking around.
And will pick up his dribble, gets it to Kyle Smith, drop it in, right block to Gersma. He finds Niehaus, who's cutting. Shot strong, he hit the deck, but Lamar Johnson with the rebound, put back, no good. Gersma climbs up, gets the rebound, and he's fouled on the floor. 6:16 opening quarter. Bobcats will have it on the baseline.
Really nice job by Jamison Niehaus. Gersma can get caught up in the air sometimes. Niehaus did a nice job of cutting off ball.
David Altman with the foul, his first of the night as we're just underway. Gersma catches the inbound pass. Underhand flips it to Niehaus. Now pass over to the right wing. Kyle Smith blows by his defender all the way to the rack. He beats Woodruff for 2, and Kyle Smith with all 5 points for the Cats.
And I love, he hits that early 3. They're going to be pressuring him at the perimeter. If he can put it down on the deck quite a bit, that lane is going to be wide open.
Westerhoff, a leaner at the left block, is no good. Bobcats get the rebound, cleared out to Gersma's up the near side. Left wing gets a screen from Lamar Johnson. Loses the basketball, gathers it back in, down the right side of the paint. Hangs and can't finish. And a rebound inside brought in by Altman. And it's quickly in transition up to the left wing. As dribbling around is Westerhoff, guarded by Johnson. Now top of the key, back to Altman. Altman off the glass for 2, and that's a good drive for Altman. Little hesitation move and finished inside. 6-5 Dodgers.
And Jamison struggled a little bit on that straight line drive, defending that just a little too slow.
Lamar Johnson, left wing, finds Gersma. Gersma gets a slight screen and now a push. And a charge going to be called on Gersma. Just extended that left arm, kind of chicken-winged his defender in Altman, and Gersma will pick up his first foul of the night. So both teams with 1 apiece with 5:08 first quarter.
That you see the extended, it didn't I'm surprised that was a call at all. If it was going to be a call, it was the right call, but it felt like he didn't displace it.
Could have left it alone.
Could have just left it going.
Woodruff to run the point for the Dodgers, who again are 0-4 behind Willie Williams in his 4th year coaching. He stands near our very own Keith Stewart at the end of the bench as he watches the Dodgers turn it over here. And a foul.
It's
an illegal screen as David Altman sets out right there, as that will be Altman's 2nd foul of the night quickly.
It's not the 12 days of Christmas, it's the 12 calls of charging. My goodness.
6-5 Dodgers on top. Hayes controls the basketball. Left wing, Altman guarding him. Finds Kyle Smith off a Gersma screen. Lane not open there for him to take the 3. Now off another screen. Fakes a 3. Drives inside. Kicks to Hayes. Wide open corner. It's off the front of the iron, but it goes right to Niehaus. Flips it to Lamar Johnson. Off the glass for 2. Boy, I love Lamar Johnson when he's inside and using that big frame of his to go up strong.
I love watching him play. We really missed out with him being injured last year. Ton of athleticism, ton of energy all the time.
Gersma tips a pass away from Woodruff, but Dodgers able to gather it back. Now to Westerhoff. He kicks out near side corner. Wide open 3. It's off the right side of the iron. Kyle Smith has it dropped right down to him. He'll bring it up court over the timeline. Flips it underhand to Gersma. Gersma tries to drive to the free throw line. He's shut down by Woodruff. Looking around, Niehaus now off of a Kyle Smith kind of screen out the defender. Drop it in to Lamar Johnson, this time on the right side. He finishes 4 now for Lamar, and 9-6 Bobcats leading.
That play is such an effective play where Jamison came down baseline and then Lamar follows him and just hits the block wide open for the layup.
Zuspan feeds to the right. Woodruff drives down to the right block, and a good job by Gersma guarding him. Shots off the mark. Bobcats get the rebound quickly up court. Reverse layup, a beautiful play. Kyle Smith, 7 points early on. It's 11-6 Cats, and that is a fast break and exactly how you run it.
And the Roundhouse is starting to rock. Good energy, good crowd here tonight on the Friday before Christmas.
Probably our biggest crowd we've seen so far this year.
We haven't been at the Roundhouse a whole lot.
No, we have not.
We've
been on the road a lot. Good opportunity for Cat fans to be at home at George Funk Court. Bobcats see Lamar Johnson on defense at the free throw line. Good's in the way of Westerhoff. Shot is off the mark. Gersma up court. Lamar Johnson unguarded, but a shot blocked from behind by Woodruff. And Dodgers are going the other way.
They'll drop it off. A long three by Zuspan. It's off the mark, but a rebound inside, and Lamar Johnson, a reach-in foul. Going to come here as Connor Jensen got the rebound and was looking to go back up. This will send Connor Jensen the line for 2 free throws, just a 50% free throw shooter on the season.
And I actually think looking at who could give the Bobcats the most trouble or really affect this game, he may only average 3.5 points a game, but the Bobcats have given up a lot of offensive rebounds this year. Bobcats have to keep Jensen off the glass.
So Lamar Johnson hits the bench after that play, and on the inbound pass, Bobcats knock it away. It'll stay Dodgers, but this time a baseline left side inbound as the Dodgers go left to right on your radio dial here in the opening half of action. Inbound to Tytrell Mosley. Gets it at the top of the key. Kyle Smith almost picks it off. Zuspan still has it. Gets it back to the left wing, and a travel as Tytrell Mosley took a step before putting it down. And the Bobcats get it back, leading 11-6 with 2:22 to go in the opening quarter of play as Niehaus will inbound it to Gersma right in front of that student section with their ugly sweaters on here tonight. Dylan, where's yours?
My ugly sweater is in your closet, I think.
Thank you. Our very own Keith Stewart getting in the Little Debbie mode. He's got his Christmas shirt on tonight. Gersma inside for Kyle Smith, and just a little bit too high for Kyle to even reach up. That'll be a turnover on the Bobcats back to the Dodgers.
Yeah, that was not a good entry pass. He had one of the things Kyle could have done is to block him, get that box out a little bit higher up on the lane, give him a better angle, but that pass had no shot.
Adam Boone checks in for the first time tonight for the Bobcats. Niehaus gives up a drive by Tytrell Mosley. Can't finish, but the Dodgers get it right back. Top of the key, a drive in, just inside the free throw line. Jumper is no good by Reggie Peterson, who just checked in on the last dead ball. Bobcats come away with it. Kyle Smith up to Gersma. Gersma's going to knife down to the right block on the baseline. Misses a shot, gets the rebound. It's still scrumming around on the ground, and jump ball possession arrow is with the Dodgers. And with that, Lamar Johnson's going to check back in on the dead ball.
Yeah. Drake has just come up short on those. He looks for the contact, but has not been able to muscle him up and in.
Yeah, he's been a good creator this year, Dylan, but he has not been able to finish. And I think as he's only a sophomore, that will be a point that will continue to grow in his game.
It seems with guards specifically, the thing of young guards it takes a while to get strong enough to finish at the rim, and sometimes finding that perimeter shot, and Drake Gersma's no different.
Reggie Peterson drives to the right block, but he can't finish. It's off the back of the iron. The Bobcats get the rebound. Gersma controls the offense, hands off to Lamar Johnson up high. Now hand off to Hayes. Hayes trying to get it back to Gersma, and he will eventually. Now to Lamar Johnson left wing. Gersma cut down the paint. Was not open there. Kyle Smith has it knocked away from him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kyle Smith drives inside. Floater's good. On fire.
And right there, that shows the maturation of Kyle. He doesn't have to just hit threes to be able to affect the game. He's got 9.
33 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Bobcats will get the basketball back one more time with the difference in the shot clock. Baseline drive. Hayes shuts down the Fort Dodge Dodger. But a kick out to the free throw line to Tytrell Mosley, and he knocks down the jumper for 2 as the Dodgers see Mosley in the scoring column for the first time tonight. Still a 13-8 lead for the Bobcats in the opening quarter. They'll play for the last shot as we're at 10. Lamar Johnson now sets a screen for Gersma. Rolls off of it. Down the right side of the paint. Stops at the right block. Kicks out to Hayes. Extra pass to Boone at the buzzer. Oh! In and out. No good for Adam Boone. He is really good when he can knock down those. But Kyle Smith lighting it up. The reverse layup and more in the first quarter. It's 13-8 Cats.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
I'm Will Swartz. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, Chance Kriegmer, former quarterback for the Marshalltown Bobcats, who went to the championship game back in the 2009 season, and he was inducted into the Iowa High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame. He is honored here tonight at midcourt, and we got a chance to talk to him during football season. Great guy, and a lot of accomplishments. That was such a great team. It was so fun to talk to Jared Carlson, who was also on that team, but great moment right there here on George Funk Court.
And Chance could hoop, too. It wasn't just on the gridiron. He did some work on the hardwood as well.
He's got some height to him.
Yes.
I imagine he did. Kyle Smith can hoop, too. He gets the feed down to the right block, uses the glass, and Kyle Smith with 11 points now. It's 15-8 Cats, 7:38, second quarter. Dodgers throw it into the block, and it's tipped away by Zane Moore out of bounds. Baseline right side throw and coming for Dodge.
And Monday night, we were in this same position, 15-8 against Southeast Polk, and we could not extend it past that. Had them down 7 a couple of times. See if the Bobcats can extend past that 7-point lead.
I'm Brandon Lewis, still in the dose alongside me. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button here tonight and get those upcoming game alerts by turning on notifications here on KFJB-TV. Great to have you along here tonight as the Dodgers will see a foul on the Bobcats on this possession. As coming in, Drake Gersma will pick up his second foul of the night. First team foul here in the second quarter with the Cats leading 15-8. Dodger basketball, 7:22 to go. As Hayes is going to check back in for Drake Gersma, who will hit the bench with those 2 fouls.
If we had a pie chart of which of the 3 refs have blown the most whistles, it'd be 100% one ref.
Dodgers get it inbound, look inside in the paint, and a travel by Tytrell Mosley. Got the feed from Westerhoff at the top of the key, but just couldn't gather it in, and then took a couple steps. And it's back to the Cats as Jamison Niehaus will run the point as he gets the inbound from Jacob Hayes.
And this is if you're the Bobcats, you want to be able to execute, get a good look at the rim. They've been able to get great looks at the rim as they do right here.
Wow, what a move. In midair, kind of adjusting. Lamar Johnson off the glass for 2 on the right block. Lamar has 6 points here tonight. He's locked in defensively and offensively. Steps in front of Westerhoff. He's off the mark. Zane Moore rips away the rebound underneath the basket. Niehaus will run the point.
Difference with Fort Dodge, they are not a very big team. Lamar's usually undersized in the post. Tonight, he's an even matchup.
And Lamar's going to take it from the right wing, drives down to the right block, split away, jumper, no good. Niehaus tries to sky for the rebound. Westerhoff beats him out for it. Woodruff feeds up to the left wing, wide open 3 in transition, and knocking it down is Hayden Zuspan, as that will be his first bucket of the night. It's 17-11, Bobcats leading.
And he's the shooter. He's the shooter. You can tell it's just different when you're looking at the bench of when they know the shooter's got a good look. He knocked it down.
Kyle Smith off a screen. 3! Drops it in from straight on, his second of the night. Man, is he on fire.
There are shooters, and that's a travel.
That was a travel by Zuspan on the right wing. No call. Woodruff drives, kicks, left block, and almost stepping out of bounds at the baseline. Dodgers keep it alive, though. A drive in, and Westerhoff creating right there as he kind of up and unders and gets his 3rd bucket of the night. He has 6 of the Dodgers' 13. They trail by 7 to the Bobcats. Already in the front court. Zane Moore high points the basketball. Over to Kyle Smith, stumbling away. Did gather it in. He now drives to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper.
Oh, no.
Boom! Wow, what a start. And that's going to cause a timeout called by head coach Willie Williams. Kyle Smith feeding it with 16, 22-13, 5:15, second quarter on KFJB-TV.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu.
22-13, 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Kyle Smith just knocked down this beautiful jumper just outside the free throw line as we look at the replay there on KFJB-TV. And, man, 16 already in this one, but he is locked in at home.
He is. That hoop looks a mile wide. And I don't know after he made that who was more excited, him or Adam Boone jumping off the bench. Adam Boone met him at about mid-court.
Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer, back at the radio studios. We'll get a scoreboard update here in just a little bit. Right now, 22-13 here inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. A packed night. Great crowd on hand. That student section still standing with their ugly sweaters as they watch Carter Woodruff bring the basketball into the front court. Swings at left wing. Lamar Johnson picks up Cade Westerhoff. Dribbles top of the key. Now to the right wing. Back to Woodruff. Looking inside. Nothing doing there. Zespan to the free throw line to Woodruff. Has to jump up, catches it, drives to the left block, jumper, leaner, no good. Ball tipped out of there, a foul called on the floor. I believe it's going to be on Zane Moore.
And Zane Moore, it seems as the season goes on, and you can tell the matchup, and we can talk to Coach Apple after the game if this is true or not, but, not a lot of Will Swartz tonight. Why? Because Fort Dodge isn't very big. And so you go to Zane Moore matchup differently, a little bit more athletic and quick.
Kyle Smith with a nice play as she was out there on Zuspan, knocked it away over by the student section. Fort Dodge will keep it as Altman will inbound to Woodruff.
And you look at Kyle with all his effectiveness, it just makes his defense better when you have that extra juice from just shooting lights out.
Yeah, gets the rest of your game going when that offensive game is going. All right. Wing three was on the line by Woodruff, but it pops out. Bobcats with the rebound. Kyle Smith feeling it in transition. Three off the back of the iron, no good. Westerhoff skies for the rebound. He'll bring it up, hesitates, blows by Niehaus, but he misses it. The layup's just a little bit strong. Rolls off left side of the rim. Jacob Hayes got the rebound and feeds out to Niehaus, who will trot across the timeline into the front courts.
I know Apple didn't love the three last time down, but if you're Kyle, you got to try it, right? If you've made everything.
Down to the right block, they give it to Kyle Smith. He finds Lamar Johnson, who's hanging out right in front of the rim. An 8 for Lamar Johnson now, 24-13. It's a Bobcat lead, approaching 3.5 minutes to go second quarter.
Lamar's got 8, and he is just hands ready and just getting the ball right in his sweet spot.
A drive by Woodruff from the right wing, and boy, wow, that was a good scoop and score right there as Woodruff gets his first bucket of the night. That wasn't necessarily bad defense. That was just creating right there by Woodruff.
And right now, I think it's the quickness of Jamison's feet just on the perimeter, not really built to guard point guards.
Niehaus catches it at the free throw line. Will take the rainbow jumper. It's off the right side of the iron. Bobcats can't get the rebound. Fast break up to Woodruff, left wing. In transition, Zuspan, three is off the mark. I think that just touched the glass. I don't think it drew iron. And now a timeout in the backcourt by head coach Mike Apple. 2:49 to go before halftime. Cats are leading 24-15 at home inside the Roundhouse right here on KFJB-TV.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
24-15, Bobcats leading the Dodgers. Let's get a quick scoreboard update around the area, Dylan.
CFP, Notre Dame 14, Indiana 3. But in high school basketball, Dowling 26-21 over Waukee at half. Waukee Northwest 36, Southeast Polk 18 at halftime. Valley 26. Centennial 22 at half, Pella 38, Newton 32. In the third quarter, West Marshall 36, South Hamilton 24, and Ames leads Mason City 12-5 in the first, as you see Lamar getting his 7th and 8th point on that layup.
Yeah, really nice job. Like you mentioned, I feel like Lamar does a really nice job of that all the time, always being an active
He's always
person that is, active for the pass, ready for it.
Well, and Kyle gets it on the block. He's pivoting. Lamar just goes right in front of the hoop. Hands are ready.
Jacob Hayes goes to work, right block, puts it off the glass for two, and that's a good one. Couple dribbles inside, and the first bucket of the night for Jacob Hayes.
Just played a little bit of bully ball. Not often will Jacob be a ton bigger than the guy he's guarding, and on that occasion, just put your head down, put it off the glass for two.
Cats up by 11 as Jensen controls it, top of the key, over to the Zuspan, left wing, now to Altman at the free throw line. Back to Woodruff, trying to get Kyle Smith off of his feet. Can't. Goes down to the right block. Swiping is Zane Moore. Misses the shot inside. A tie-up possession arrow is with the Dodgers as Jacob Hayes got tied up there with Jensen. And it will remain with the black and red on the right side here with 1:59 to go before halftime.
It's fun watching Zane out there. I coached him in 3rd and 4th grade YMCA basketball.
Wow.
So it's like way back
you
when
were
he was
a great
just,
influence early on.
He was just the really tall kid. It's really fun to watch him play now.
Westerhoff, top of the key, feeds left wing, three, as Niehaus had a hand in the face of Zuspan, but he's not able to knock that one down. Actually, that was Carter Woodruff who took that three. Hayes, top of the key. Bounces it to Niehaus. Picked up by Altman. Left wing. Swings it to Boone now. Gets it to Kyle Smith. Far side corner. Driving baseline is Kyle. Spins around. Feeds back to Boone. Now inside into the block. Niehaus. And he goes right past his man in Jensen and scores it for two as Jamison Niehaus on the season averaging 5 points per game and becoming a little bit of that other guy that the Bobcats can get some production out of.
And the Bobcats are just owning the paint, able to get Jensen up with a pump fake and went right around him.
Zuspan, left high post jumper's good. His second bucket of the night. He has 5 of the Dodgers 17. 28-17, Bobcats leading. Niehaus quickly speeds over the timeline. Over the Bobcats script on the far side, has his pocket picked by Woodruff. Woodruff will push, a 2-on-2. Takes it in himself, but a bad layup attempt. Maybe should have kicked or pulled it out and reset the offense, but did not. And the Bobcats come away with it as Niehaus is into the front court. 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Boone wide open, right wing three is off the back of the iron, no good. Zane Moore tips it out. Bobcats will keep it in the front courts. Huge play right there for the Bobcats. Kyle Smith, near side corner, gets the defender off his feet. Baseline jumper's no good. As Westerhoff will sky for the rebound, he'll bring it up himself over to the left wing. Kyle Smith will pick him up defensively, drops it into the block, and Zane Moore a push from behind, as I believe he was guarding Jensen there, and it will be the second foul of the night on Zane Moore.
In my assumption, Coach Apple wanted that to be one shot. And with Kyle taking that 15-second, but with Drake Gersman not on the court, Bobcats really don't have a true point guard out there. Niehaus is playing the role, but he's more of he's a wing.
Yeah.
He's a wing traditionally, like his game is a wing. So you get a little bit of that. When the point guard isn't there, it's almost like the teacher is out of the room.
Tyson Hook is checked in as Tytrell Mosley is checked out for the Dodgers. They'll inbound it to Westerhoff at the top. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Right high post jumpers off the mark. Kyle Smith gets the rebound, and that will do it for the first half. 28-17. Bobcats with a really good start in the first half. 16 for Kyle Smith. You can't ask for a much better start tonight.
No, he hit that big three, and then he just attacked the rim, and everything was falling for number 10.
Well, 28-17 at the break. The Dodgers 0-4. Bobcats looking to get to 3-4.
Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Well, they take a look at the dancers. Yeah, as cool moment there as a little holiday dance coming up here at halftime inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse on George Funk Court. Kyle Smith feeling it for the Marshalltown Bobcats. He leads them in scoring at the break, 16. Lamar Johnson having a really nice first half as well. He has 8 as we look at Kyle Smith, one of his nicest plays in the first half, a reverse layup up and under, and a beautiful finish. Jacob Hayes with 2, Jamison Niehaus with 2 points here tonight in the first half, and you see Lamar Johnson there on KFJB-TV scoring it. He's been strong inside. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, 2 points for Carter Woodruff, 6 for Cade Westerhoff. Taven Altman, Tytrell Mosley with 2 apiece, and Hayden Zespan is knocked down at 3 on his way to 5 points at halftime. 28-17, our final in the first half as we are at halftime of the boys' game. And the girls lost earlier tonight to the Dodgers. Dylan will recap that with Brian Murphy when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District thanks you for voting yes in the referendum to move forward with the plan to remodel and modernize Miller Middle School and the enhancement to Franklin Field. We will continue to provide updates about this exciting project as they move forward in the process. There is so much positive energy for the future. Thanks for saying yes to our students and yes for Marshalltown. To learn more, go to marshalltowncsdfuture.com.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back in here at halftime. I'm here with Coach Brian Murphy. Bobcats fall to 4-4 and a 40-21 loss. Really thought the effort and defensive intensity was there all night long.
Yeah, it's a tough kind of back-to-back night, late night last night, kind of short on bodies right now. So, I was immensely proud of how resilient and how they really dug deep, especially in that fourth quarter. I mean, you could see our girls absolutely gassed. They were digging deep, and at the end of the day, you can't fault the effort.
Yeah, the effort was there, and I thought you handled the relentless press pretty well. It really came in the half court. But one of the growth points, even with guards out, is I think the Bobcats have handled the press much better this year than in years past.
Yeah, for sure. And it was good to see that after faltering a little bit last night at Mason City. So certainly we did a much better job of keeping our heads on, getting the ball across, kind of slowed things down a little bit. So certainly it's an area of growth and still something we're going to keep working on as well.
And we really had an interesting stat here tonight. Georgia Jansen was our OPA player of the game, but the person, number 44, the 6'2 sophomore, had a 20-10 game. Usually when people hear 20-10, all right, 20 points, 10 rebounds. She had 20 rebounds and 10 blocks. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I have not, no, and we double-checked that as a school record of blocks, not surprisingly. And the thing that we're really most proud of with Frankie is she's gotten herself into foul trouble a lot this year, being too aggressive, being out of balance, and she did a much better job of being vertical tonight, which kept her on the floor, which we really needed. So, it's a credit to her for finally learning some of those lessons and walling up and trying to be vertical as best she can.
And as a coach, she got those 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes, and it wasn't that you had to put her on the bench. You got a player in that first half, and she was really smart, picked up a couple more blocks. Moving forward, what does it mean to you and your coaching staff that you can trust her to play with fouls if she needs to?
It's immensely helpful. She's kind of the anchor of our defense. Certainly that level of size is something you can't teach. So it's something we rely on, and her presence back there allows us to be more physical and aggressive out in the perimeter, which I thought we did a really good job of tonight, where I thought Millie Heitman did just an amazing job, tailing LJ all night. And Nia Lott also deserves some credit where, she really carried us in that second quarter when our legs were gone, and, we couldn't get a bucket to save our lives, but we held them to 7, and Nia was a big part of that, I thought.
Yeah, LJ Mill had 19. Some of those were garbage buckets late. She had 8 right away, but yeah, did a really, really nice job. It came down to Dakota Palmer. She had 10 tonight and really made some key buckets. But as you look into Christmas, I don't know if there's a team in Iowa that needs the rest or desires the rest more. So what does the schedule look like for you and your team over the winter break?
Well, the number one thing for the next week is do nothing, heal, get off your legs, ice. Our big thing, we clearly have some things we need to tune up a little bit. Basketball is interesting where you kind of got that long break built in, and in some ways it's almost 2 different seasons. And so you come into the season with a game plan, you see what works, what doesn't work. So we've certainly have some recalibrating to do on the offensive end, so that's going to be our number one focus. And then just kind of getting people reintegrated back in. We're hoping to have Kinsley at some point, so that'll be a big thing. And, that break, it's good, but it also goes quick. So.
And Sid, just real quick, she was helped off the field. Does it look to be too bad?
Too early to know. And as we said with everybody, we're just going to take a break, let everybody heal, and we'll see where we're at once we get back together next week.
Well, the Christmas tree may not be the only thing that's green. That bruising up afterwards might turn a little green as well. That's been Coach Brian Murphy. Bobcats go into the break 4-4. When we come back, we'll continue on with the halftime as the Bobcat boys lead the Dodgers here at half.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
(28-7) is our score at halftime as the Marshalltown Bobcats leading it inside the Roundhouse in the boys' game. And we get a Central Iowa scoreboard update thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer back in the radio studios. Dylan, how are the games looking out there in the boys' action?
As we're looking a little bit of what I refer to as the old NICL, South Hardin 16, AGWSR 5, Gladbrook Rhinebeck 18, the Jessup Jayhawks 10, Ames up at halftime 26-19 over Mason City, Nevada over PCM 26-17. With 3 minutes left, West Marshall's going to get a victory. They're up 46-29 over South Hamilton, and 4:30 to go in the third. The Mustangs of East Marshall are up on the Spartans of Grundy Center, 41-38, and Waukee Northwest has opened it up on Southeast Polk, 60-27.
All right, second half right around the corner, an extended halftime tonight because of the cheer squad, yep. Extra dance, and always great stuff there, as well as the dance team performing.
And you may have noticed in my interview, all the shiny stuff, when you're a grown adult with ADHD, you get, when they shake. First time I come up here, our producer, Zach Tomish, is saying, what are you looking at? I was like, I don't know, things are shiny. Things are shiny.
Well,
I'm like a cat with jingling keys.
There's a lot of distractions here tonight. I'll tell you that.
There is a lot of distractions.
We've got the student section with the ugly sweaters. We've got the alumni band. We've got lots of dancers.
Anyway, second half is coming up right around the corner. We'll get some adjustments with Dylan coming up. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Inside the Roundhouse for the final front half of the season game tonight as the Bobcats leading 28-17 at the break. Dylan, a really good first half by Kyle Smith, 16, 8 for Lamar Johnson. Probably not a whole lot of adjustments looking towards the second half.
No, I really like the one thing we saw at one time, a little bit of bully ball from Jacob Hayes in the post. Niehaus did it one time. Lamar's been feasting in there. I'd love to see Hayes, Niehaus, get your guy on the block, go up. Be ready to just bully ball him inside. There you see it, Lamar Johnson with 2 of his 8. We are matched up with them in size. We're not giving up any size there, so go at them more and more because Kyle Smith making threes, making big jump shots. That lane's going to be wide open.
Bobcats, after tonight, will be at Waterloo East, not until January 7th. I mean, that's a lengthy break.
That's a big break, and that is a fun environment for a basketball game.
That is for sure. That'll be a great way to start off the second half of the season, and then Ames will be waiting for the Bobcats on Friday, January 10th. So, yeah, it just gets even better as that week rounds out of the opening second half of the season portion. Like Brian Murphy mentioned, though, it is kind of like 2 seasons. December, and then you look into January and February.
Very much so, because so much can change, especially for when we're looking at the guys' game. In the rotation, Zane Moore, Drake Gersma, Jamison Niehaus, all sophomores that did not play any varsity. Then you look at Jacob Hayes, you look at Lamar Johnson just getting a rhythm of playing with Adam Boone as well, not playing a whole lot last year. They're going to be a much better ball club in January going into February. The biggest thing they can't do is allow them to look forward tonight or not to get better over the break.
Yep, that is for sure. Second half is right around the corner when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Well, we hope everybody has a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. By the way, I want to mention Kathy and Jack Smith. Appreciate their letter they sent to us and thanking KFJB-TV for our coverage of Bobcat Athletics. I hear the Smith family has streams of our games going all over in Minnesota and the state of Iowa, so We appreciate that as we see Kyle Smith right there, and appreciate our support of Bobcat Athletics. Dylan?
And I'll tell you, they probably appreciate it more watching their grandson hit 16 in the first half.
Yeah.
And their son, Scott, is now an assistant coach after being a head coach years ago for the Bobcats.
Yeah, really cool. Had a chance to talk to him at practice the other day, and he's loving it, being around his son and Kyle and being able to coach again out there. Kyle Smith off a screen and can't keep it going in the second half. His first 3 of the third quarter is just off the mark as the Bobcats open up with the basketball. Dodgers in transition, now working right to left on your right radio dial here in the second half. Woodruff tries to go inside to Jensen, but Kyle Smith picks off the pass, feeds out to Gersma. He's back in the game. 2 fouls caused him to miss a good chunk of that second quarter. At the free throw line, spins in and finishes, and we talked about that. Gersma, his first bucket of the game. He struggled to make a few shots early on here, but that's a great start to the second half for the sophomore point guard.
Did a nice job, had a wide open lane and just did a spin move. Laid it up pure.
3 from the far side corner by Cade Westerhoff is no good, off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Bobcat basketball with just about a minute gone here in the third quarter.
And Fort Dodge really struggles outside of Jensen. There's really nobody on the glass.
And putting on a little bit of pressure here in the second half.
And it really is. The Bobcats have a chance, mostly a guard lineup. I think they can score off of this. They're trying to utilize their quickness and speed to trap, much like the girls trap, actually.
Kyle Smith, right wing, gets it. Late feed to Niehaus on the left block. What a good find right there, Niehaus. 4 points tonight.
And that's one of the things when you go with the zone trapping press, if you're able to get it side to side in the half court, just being able to get wide open looks from that backside.
Willie Williams, head coach of Fort Dodge, looking on as he makes that defensive change here in the second half, and a drive down the left block off the glass, and the shot is no good by Westerhoff. There's that last find by Kyle Smith, getting the assist, setting up Niehaus.
And I feel like Kyle has passed much better. His eyes for that playmaking has been a lot better than in times past. He's really developing an all-around offensive game.
Westerhoff was fouled on the way up, they say, so this will be the first trip of the night for the Dodgers as a team. And the first free throw is good by Cade Westerhoff. Second free throw to come. This one rims out left side. Lamar Johnson will track it down. Feeds to Gersma, who will bring it over the 10-second line. Over to Jacob Hayes, left wing. Hayes will hand off to Kyle Smith. Cuts down the left block. Now finds Gersma, free throw line. Gathers the basketball in. Over to Kyle Smith, left wing. Hesitates, drives, loses the basketball, finds a wide open Jacob Hayes, far side corner. It's good. The 3. 5 now for Jacob Hayes.
And I think that's at least the 4th assist by Kyle Smith. He is really doing a nice job finding open teammates.
Woodruff was cutting down the paint. Westerhoff found him, but they're not able to connect. The ball goes out of bounds right there. Turnover on the Dodgers. Kyle Smith almost travels in the backcourt, but is able to swing it to Gersma. He's trapped on the far side. Fort Dodge is going to pick it away from him. Westerhoff comes up with it, up to Woodruff. Zespan at the left wing gets it back to Woodruff at the top of the key. Now to Altman, left wing. Hand in his face. 3 is no good as Lamar Johnson was there defensively, but the Dodgers with Jensen get the rebound. Out to Westerhoff, right wing. Now to Altman at the top of the key. He tries to throw it into Jensen. Jensen can't catch it, and it's out of bounds. Turnover, Fort Dodge. 5:14, third quarter, 35-18. Bobcats leading.
And on this trapping press, they want you to go side to side, but you want to get into the middle of the court. You see getting it to Kyle, easily breaking it. Once you get it to the middle, it all dies.
Down to the left block, and Lamar Johnson adds to his 80, now has 10 points in the game as he's been working it in the paint here tonight, having a solid night for the senior, and a timeout as the Dodgers get it into the front court with 4:54 third quarter. Bobcats leading 37-18 on KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Arian Hancock and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
37-18 as the Bobcat student section enjoying this one as they are in the Christmas spirit. But the Dodgers just struggling. They're 0-4 on the season. They've got some potential, some decent guys out there, but just not enough to put it all together.
They don't have size, and that's really what the Bobcats have exploited with the offensive foul on Jensen. It really is the Bobcats. If they get it in the post, there is no threat of anybody coming from that backside.
Yeah, Jensen set an illegal screen, so the foul called on the offensive end of things. It'll be Bobcat basketball. 4:45, third quarter, as Willie Williams just kind of checks things out there with the near side official.
And at halftime, we talked about just force it more inside, get it inside, and that's been what's happened so far in the third.
Bobcats break the press. Three from Gersma, straight on, knocks it down. Gersma with 5 now, his first 3 of the night. He's struggled to shoot the three. He's only made 1 coming into tonight, but knocks down his 2nd of the season. And now a drive from the right wing down to the right block. Westerhoff, or no, that's Woodruff. He can't get the shot to go, but he earns 2 more free throws. This will be his 2nd trip of the night, 2nd in the quarter, the free throw stripe. And Gersma just loading up right there and knocking it down. Nothing but net for the Cats, who now lead 40-18. 2 free throws coming for Woodruff, and he can't knock down the first one off the front of the iron. So a big lead now all of a sudden out of halftime break. Bobcats knocking down 2 threes to extend the lead. 12-2 is the run out of the gate as Woodruff knocks down the 2nd free throw.
Bobcats have done a much better job breaking this, just getting it to the center circle.
Bobcats in the front court with Niehaus. Now to Gersma. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Gersma out high, working that shot clock. Gets it to Kyle Smith. Free throw line, left high post. Fade away jumper is good. Kyle Smith, is there anything you can't knock down tonight?
Well, and that's being 6'4", too. It's a 6'4" shooter. He can shoot over anyone.
Woodruff drives inside and finishes inside. Actually, that's Westerhoff. And it's good for 2.
You've got to be the first person ever to confuse the 2 of those.
Westerhoff with 2. It's just the last name.
And they're 2 and 3.
Gersma fakes a 3, now drives down the right side of the paint, flails, kicks to Zane Moore, who's cutting in from the far side corner, but Zane Moore can't get it to go. Fort Dodge comes away with the basketball. Westerhoff in transition, hesitates, drives past Jacob Hayes, can't finish. It's off the back of the iron. Niehaus with the rebound, and he'll push it up court. Drives to the right high post, has his pocket picked by Westerhoff from behind.
And I did not hear anyone call Wolf. No one helped Jamison out in that. You got to talk.
Altman, a jumper at the right high post. It is no good, and a foul on the floor. It was away from the shot. And is that on Gersma? If so, it's his 3rd of the night, and it is. Lamar Johnson's going to get off the bench, back into the game as he'll replace Jacob Hayes. Adam Boone is late to get off the bench. He will come in and replace Griesel as well. Or, excuse me, not Griesel, but Gersma. I'm mixing everybody's name up here tonight.
Maybe Grant's back for Christmas. I don't know.
Gersma checks out. He has a look of disappointment on his face as he gets a high five from his head coach, Mike Apple. Inbound is off the mark, but Westerhoff finds it. Turnaround jumper, no good from about 8 foot out. And the ball just bouncing around, and Niehaus will come away with it. Out to Kyle Smith, who runs the point now over the far side timeline. Speeds ahead. Nobody in the paint, loses the basketball on the way up. Fort Dodge comes back with it. Altman looks way up court. Woodruff, near side corner 3, off the near side iron.
Niehaus skies it for the rebound. A little 3-on-2, but loses the basketball again. Picked from behind. Kyle Smith will cover up and foul Woodruff before he's able to find Zuspan up court. And that will be a foul on Kyle Smith, his first of the night.
And Jamison Niehaus is going to come out. He has had his pocket picked twice in transition, and it's going through it lackadaisically. You've got to have your head up on a swivel, and no people are coming.
I guess they ruled that one on Niehaus, so that'll be his second of the night.
Huh.
Even though I thought Kyle Smith just covered up the man with the ball in Woodruff. 42-21, Bobcats leading. Doubling up the Dodgers right now. Drop it into the block to Jensen, and he's going to be double-teamed as stepping in from behind. Jacob Hayes, he gets the tie-up possession arrow with the Dodgers. But a good job, help defense sliding in there late by Hayes.
And that was just a good job of cutting off the drive. He wasn't going to go anywhere, and when he was stuck, just tie him up.
Dodgers taking forever to get the ball inbounds. They finally find Westerhoff, guarded by Hayes. Lamar Johnson loses the basketball, gathers it back in, gets it to Woodruff, top of the key. And a drive down the right side to foul. That's actually Reggie Peterson, number 22 on the drive. And Peterson draws the foul. And the foul going to come in on Adam Boone, his first of the night.
I want to shout out Lamar Johnson. Yes, he has 10 points. Westerhoff has 9, but really I think Lamar's done a great job defensively on him. He hasn't gone off. You know, that was the key. He needed more than his average. He needed to get 20-25 to win tonight, and he's not going to get there.
First free throw is no good by Reggie Peterson, his first trip to the line here tonight. Dodgers did not shoot a free throw in the first half. This will be their 6th of the third quarter. And Peterson's second free throw pops in and out as the Bobcats get the rebound. Hayes will bring it up court. Picks up his dribble way out, gets it to Kyle Smith, right wing.
And Hayes at the JV level last year did play some points, so he has not at the varsity level.
And as the Bobcats get the offense going with 17 seconds on the shot clock, a timeout by head coach Mike Apple. 1:29 to go third quarter. It's 42-21, Bobcats lead.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
(42-21) as the Bobcats with a healthy lead inside the Roundhouse. Head coach Mike Apple wanted the timeout. What are you looking at your offense here?
I think they're looking for an execution. I anticipate seeing something to Kyle Smith.
Zane Moore controls the basketball at the top, guarded by Altman. Over to Adam Boone, near side corner, feeds into Lamar Johnson off the glass. Another bucket, doing the dirty work tonight down low. Lamar Johnson, 4 points here in the third quarter, and it's 44-21 now. Back the other way, a hard shot inside, missed off the back of the rack by Reggie Peterson. He wanted a foul, none called.
Yeah, I think Adam got away with a little bit of Christmas spirit in the back.
Lamar Johnson gets it back to Adam Boone, top of the key, free throw line to Hayes. Now kick out near side corner. Kyle Smith fakes, drives, kicks. Now back to Lamar Johnson inside in the paint. And he finds Hayes. Three is off the mark. Hits off the left side of the iron. And Altman with the rebound. Up to Westerhoff. He'll drive down the right side of the paint past Lamar Johnson on his way for a good field goal for two. 11 points now for Westerhoff.
Saying that last possession didn't result in the bucket, but Zane Moore with a really nice entry pass.
Kyle Smith trapped way out high. His teammates coming to help, but a timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. 44-23 is our current score. We'll keep it here for the final few seconds of the quarter. But Dylan, here tonight, you look at the production. as Lamar Johnson with 12, Kyle Smith with 18, and then you look at Drake Gersma, he's got 5 here in the quarter, and Jacob Hayes finally got involved with a 3. He has 5 on the night. It seems like that's when the Bobcats can be the best, when they're having 3-4 guys being able to produce out there.
Well, yeah, it all came off of Kyle going on a heater in the first half. Then that brings a second defender, and the Bobcats have been really good not to just fall in love with jump shots or fall in love with one-on-one, but they have noticed that they have the advantage on the block, and they consistently go back and back to it. And what I noticed about Zane Moore, the sophomore, with the entry pass, he was open in the corner, but he knows where they've had success, and he was able to drop it into Lamar Johnson.
44-23, 15 seconds to go. Third quarter action. Gersma with the basketball. Finds Lamar Johnson just in the nick of the time. Now a drive. Bobcats kick around the corner. Near side corner to Hayes. Now to Niehaus. 2 seconds. 1 second. Late pass, not going to do it. Bobcats run out of time in the third quarter. They'll take a 44-23 lead in the fourth quarter when we come back. Right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
'Tis the season at Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Starting Black Friday, when you buy a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, you'll receive a 65-inch TV and up to $500 to spend at local businesses. It's the perfect time to upgrade your ride and celebrate the season. But hurry, this offer ends December 31st. Visit us on South Center Street just north of Highway 30 or online at GregYoungMarshalltown.com. Make this holiday season one to remember with Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown.
Hey, it's James Niehaus, home of the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.
44-23, 8 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. The Bobcats getting ready to start the fourth quarter here tonight. And this is going to be a great win here tonight if the Bobcats hold on to it to get to 3-4 and pick up their first conference win to go to 1-1 on the season after a rough loss last night, 64-42 at Mason City. And then Monday night they lost at home 56-48 to the Southeast Polk Rams. But this will definitely leave a much better taste in your mouth heading into the second half of the season.
And I watched the broadcast last night. This doesn't even look like the same team. This just looks much better. And to know that this is the game that you have in the back of your mind for the next 17 days.
Yeah. Gersma drives inside, gets tied up, and a foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to come in on Carter Woodruff. And it is his first of the night. As he got tied up there with Gersma. I thought that was actually going to be a jump ball.
It looked clean from up here. We're on the other side of the court, but
what do we know?
Not much. Not much.
Hayes will inbound. Finds Lamar Johnson wide open on the left block. And Lamar Johnson having a career night here tonight. 14.
Fort Dodge. Lamar is scoring with people on him. Might as well not even try, I guess. He was wide open.
A drive down the right side, and a hold is going to be called as Reggie Peterson drives to the right block. I believe that's going to be on Jacob Hayes, and it is his first of the night.
Yeah, just wide open underneath the hoop. Peterson's brought them a little bit of a different perspective. He's on mainline drive. He wants to take it to the rack, and he's done some good things on the offensive end.
Peterson swings to Westerhoff, top of the key. Now finds Woodruff, trying to push around in there. Finds a late cut, and a good one by Reggie Peterson, who came in from the far side quarter and got the feed for 2.
And Niehaus had his back to him, didn't see him on the cut. Easy 2.
Lamar Johnson drives from the far side corner, finishes a little bit strong at the rack. Hayes gets the rebound. Putback was no good, but this time the putback is good for Hayes. Strong play here in the fourth quarter by Hayes. 48-25, Cats leading at home, and a miss inside by Westerhoff. Kyle Smith with the rebound. Quickly in transition up to Gersma, left block. Gersma kicks Niehaus, fakes, drives. Now finds Kyle Smith. Now Gersma, another drive inside. Late dish. He finds Lamar Johnson. 16 for Lamar tonight.
Lamar is playing Santa Claus, giving everyone gifts. This is a fantastic night by the senior.
Altman, a shifty move at the free throw line. Jumper's no good as he bought a little space. Kyle Smith comes away with it. He's almost got to have a double-double here tonight, right? He's had
Yeah.
quite a few rebounds. Feeds it inside. Now Johnson kicks to Hayes. 3, left wing, no good. Westerhoff for the rebound. Peterson gets it up court quickly. Reggie Peterson feeds back. And the 3 by Woodruff is no good. Ball bounces around. Lamar Johnson got it to Kyle Smith, who hands it off now to Gersma.
I'm not sure who's going to be eating Opa, but man alive, there's some options out there tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Niehaus drives to the left block, picks up his dribble, kicks back to Gersma, fakes, drives, a little Euro step, misses, gets his own rebound. Putback is good for Drake Gersma, and the Cats are on fire here in the second half, 52-25.
And this is when you see stuff like that, there is no juice in Fort Dodge's legs. They are not going after second chance opportunities. You get through one line of defense, they've kind of waving the white flag. He was out of bounds.
Fort Dodge has not played in 8 days. They had their game postponed on Tuesday against Mason City, so been a little bit of a layoff for them. There's that nice play by Gersma on the last offensive possession. So Dodgers step out of bounds, turn it over back to the Cats with 5:10 to go in the basketball game.
And defensively, Bobcats have been really good tonight. And I think this is where Fort Dodge is going to struggle to score throughout the years. They just don't have much inside to go with their outside game.
Gersma gets it to Zane Moore. Got it to Niehaus. Niehaus tried to feed it back to Gersma, but the ball deflected away. Woodruff comes away with it, but Niehaus gets it back at the free throw line. Now Altman gets it back as it's still rolling around, and they find Westerhoff for 2. And it looks like Jensen, I believe, rolled his ankle on the play. His right ankle. He's going to try to stay into the basketball game. As they get a man off the bench in Tyson Hook to check in for him. He'll take a breather.
They may have subbed in for each other, but they have the same haircut.
Yeah.
You don't see that haircut
fairly
very
identical.
often, and you definitely don't see it twice.
Although, if you got a bald guy, that's a pretty...
It's a good look, though.
Yeah.
Streamlined.
Kyle Smith with the basketball. Over to Niehaus. Niehaus fakes like he's going to drive. Does not. Over to Zane Moore, far side corner. Now back to Gersma, top of the key, and the Bobcats will reset. Gersma now drives down the right side of the paint. Can't finish at the rack. It's off the right side. Westerhoff with the rebound. He'll push the issue. He goes 1-on-3. Gets his shot blocked. I think that was Niehaus who got a piece of it. And the Dodgers lose it as Hayes comes away with a steal.
Yeah, Zane Moore knocked that away. I've really been impressed by 23 tonight.
Niehaus.
Most minutes all year long.
Niehaus drives to the right block, kicks back to Zane Moore, who gets it to Gersma. I think that might have been deflected, and a foul from behind. Carter Woodruff trying to make the hustle play, but he runs into the legs of Gersma, and it's going to be a foul on Woodruff. And that should be his second foul of the night. Third team foul here in the fourth quarter.
I think you might have been right that they tipped it, but you don't know what the ref sees, and that's a real tough foul if you're trying to get back in this one as Westerhoff comes out of the game.
Willie Williams, a good 2-3 steps out on the court, getting his team ready to go here on the inbounds. In the backcourt, the Bobcats will pass it into Gersma.
They're trying that 6-man trap press.
Gersma, left wing, drives to the left block, but has the ball poked away from him. And the Dodgers come away with it. Altman will run the point, pushes it over the Cat logo at midcourt. Zespan at the top of the key. It looks like he was trying to shoot a 3, but Kyle Smith steps in on him. Free throw line, he'll kick it out near side corner to Woodruff. Spins around, drives in. Will Swartz is checked in, swats it away, but it looks like possibly a foul going to come in here on the Bobcats. And this will send Woodruff to the line for 2.
And you look over, Drake Gersma's just incredibly frustrated.
Fourth of the night for Drake Gersma.
And he's just kind of struggled some on the offensive end, too. I think it really comes down to trying to figure out, he dribbles a lot. Sometimes that's really good off the bounce. Sometimes he gets himself into trouble. Tonight he's gotten himself into trouble quite a bit. You can tell he's frustrated not having the night that he'd like.
Woodruff knocks down the second free throw to come, as he is a 74% free throw shooter in his senior season, and knocks down both. He is 3 of 4 at the stripe tonight. 52-29, 3-12 and counting, fourth quarter. Gersma playing with 4 fouls here tonight. Gets a screen from Will Swartz. Doesn't use it. Drives all the way to the right block and puts it off the glass. It's good for 2 for Gersma. Fighting through some adversity with those 4 fouls and a good score. Zuspan takes an open 3. Misses it. Doesn't even draw iron. Fort Dodge tries to save it, but the Cats come away with it. Gersma attacks coast to coast. That's a great play. No points in the first half, but now Gersma with 11.
His frustration has equaled finishes.
Yeah, that's for sure. Will Swartz gets a rebound after a bad shot by Fort Dodge. Niehaus picks it up in the front court. Over to Gersma, right wing. That's one thing about Gersma, though. Like, he just tends to move on, you know. Yep. He doesn't seem to dwell on things a whole lot. A dish late to Will Swartz. He was not quite ready for it. Dodgers come away with the basketball. They'll drive inside. Zane Moore's going to pick up a blocking foul. And 2 shots going to come for Fort Dodge. Actually, they ruled that on the floor, so no shooting. No shots to come here. But Gersma, that last drive, that's just a good move right there as we look at the replay on KFJB-TV. Few new faces into the game. Talon Halstead, couple blocks last night against Mason City. Aaron Hancock also.
He always gives effort, and he's long.
Yeah, for sure. He was our player of the game to end the regular season for the Bobcat football team against Valley, as he had a big touchdown, a couple big receptions. Gersma 3, and it's off the mark. He got the feed from Boone, does not draw iron. Winter Banison makes himself present in the gym, catching that basketball, saving the rest of the pep band right there.
You gotta love Winter.
56-29, Cats leading with just under 2.
If you're Gersma, you gotta get that one back to Boone in the corner. Just play a little bit.
Yeah, back and forth. Dom Kluwer is also in the game. Adam Boone out there. Reserves playing the final minutes. Inside goes Reggie Peterson for 2. He has 4 on the night. And 90 seconds to go inside the Roundhouse. The Bobcats see Adam Boone from straight on 3 is no good, but Zane Moore with the rebound gets the loose ball. Out to Don Kluwer. Now to Boone. Zane Moore, now to Halstead, far side corner. Work the shot clock here just a little bit. Zane Moore going to drive to the left block as his shot blocked by Jensen. And Jensen will feed it out to Gavin Davis, who will bring it up the court. He'll hand it off to Zuspan. Now Altman. Altman trying to get it into Jensen. Went out earlier with that ankle injury, and he goes kind of trying to up and under against Hancock. Misses a shot inside. Kluwer comes away with it. Feeds it to Halstead. Now back to Kluwer as he'll push it over the timeline in those pink shoes. And he's tripped by Altman in a foul. And Altman will pick up his 3rd of the night.
And one thing I'll say about Dom is, like, watch him as a freshman, watch your JV. Like, he's a pretty good ball player. He just has my disease. He's just not very tall. He's just, and that's really because he's not. He's a good guard. He's just not big enough at that varsity level.
And Hancock tried to give it back to Kluwer, but Altman was all over it, and Bobcats touch it last. It's into the Bobcat bench with 32 seconds to go, 56-31. Bobcats leading. 3 from the far side corner, no good. Bobcats get the rebound, up to Adam Boone with 20 seconds to go.
Nice job, Adam. I know everything in him.
He wanted to take the 3.
But you know the right thing, and he chose the right thing.
And the final 10 seconds will be drained off here as Adam Boone will dribble it out. And the Bobcats going to get the victory here tonight, as they'll go to 3-4. 56-31, the final score tonight. It was a much better feeling after a rough start to the week here tonight.
Yeah, well, Kyle just got going so much. He had 9 in that first quarter. Lamar Johnson got a couple going. It just felt better. Once Kyle was good, everybody else feasted, and it was a big win that was never in doubt.
Really like what we saw out of Lamar Johnson. Maybe a little bit of a coming out party. He's been good this year, but this was a little bit of a next level game for him.
Well, and when you have somebody his size, when he's going against people his size, he can dominate because his heart's bigger, his athleticism is huge, and he's so good around the bucket. And tonight he had that and he feasted.
That is for sure. 56-31, Bobcats win it inside the Roundhouse to end the front half of the basketball season, as they'll have 2 weeks off until they take on Waterloo East coming up in January. We head to the locker room report. Coming up next, this is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Your future starts now. Marshalltown Community College is now enrolling for spring classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, certificate, transferring to a 4-year university, or just looking for a few credits, MCC has the program for you. Flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and expert faculty. Do you have a busy schedule but still looking to continue your education? Check out the online programs MCC has to offer. Earn your degree completely online. It's all here at MCC. Enroll today and start your journey to success. Visit mcc.iavalley.edu.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Well, welcome into the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. How about that? David Braga leading Sweet Caroline to end the game here tonight as the Bobcats win it 56-31. Great win at home. 16 points for Lamar Johnson tonight, 18 for Kyle Smith. Gersma with 11 all in the second half. Jacob Hayes with 7. Niehaus with 4 here tonight. But I tell you what, it's refreshing to see the Cats come and really ready to play. And Coach mentioned that in the pregame interview, just about being ready to play basketball. He didn't think his team was really that ready last night when they went out on the floor and lost big 72 Mason City last night, 64-42.
Yeah, last night, Monday night they lose. There were some redeeming pieces, but they did not play a full 4 quarters. Last night was a debacle from beginning to end. Tonight, they were ready to roll. They found their advantage, and they kept rolling with it, and they finally just broke down Fort Dodge and blew them out.
Dodgers led by Cade Westerhoff tonight. He finishes with 13, 5 for Carter Woodruff, and 5 for Hayden Zuspan. He scored all of his in the first half. As it was 28-17 at the break, but the Bobcats closed it out big, 56-31, including a couple of big threes made in the third quarter here tonight. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll name our Bobcat Player of the Game, all brought to you by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated, and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Marshalltown Bobcats win it inside the Roundhouse, 56-31. Now time for our player of the game, all brought to you by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. As Opa Grill of Marshalltown, Greek and traditional favorites, all you have to say is Opa. Well, big night for Lamar Johnson tonight. He's our player of the game. He finishes with 16 points as Lamar Johnson averaging 6.5 points per game. The senior at 6 foot had a nice game down in the block as he wins our player of the game. $25 gift certificate headed Lamar Johnson's way here tonight. That is, again, our OPA player of the game in Marshalltown. When we come back, Dylan Doze will chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Back inside the MHS Roundhouse tonight. Victorious Bobcats here tonight is 56-31, our final score. Time for our postgame chat with head coach Mike Apple, presented by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Still in standby with Coach Apple.
Thank you, Brandon. We're here with Coach Apple, 56-31. Really talking about last night, a lot of defensive lapses tonight. I thought you all were incredible defensively. What can you talk about the defensive side of the basketball?
Yeah, we were good. I mean, really solid. Just not a lot of breakdowns. Just make it tough for them to shoot contested shots, and guard the dribble penetration. We did a nice job of that. Proud of how our guys responded and bounced back after a showing against Mason City we weren't very proud of, to be honest. So, good way to end the go into break and the effort on the defensive end was there tonight, which allowed us to get going offensively.
And number 10, he had 9 in that first quarter, 16 in the first half. And when he hit that first three, and it seemed like everything started to flow, and it opened it up for everyone else. How important is it to see number 10 being able to put the ball in the hoop and open it for his teammates?
Yeah, I mean, that when he gets it going, the first shot he made on our first possession, that's usually a good indication where he's going to have a pretty good game. He can get a little streaky at times with that, and that's been our struggle for some of these games. But, just his shot selection, he took really good shots. He was aggressive. We got him in the post where he made some great post moves, and that allowed guys to cut off when they kind of doubled, and we got some easy baskets. Lamar did a really nice job of that tonight, just getting some easy ones, being around the rim.
And really, I thought Kyle, from a playmaking perspective, passed the ball better than I've seen him in recent time. And a lot of the recipient was Lamar Johnson, who was our OPA Grill player of the game. 16 points, and he always seems to be just around the right around the basket. But he also guarded Westerhoff all night. What can you say about just his performance all night long?
He's 8 for 12. He had 6 rebounds, and he was throwing up at halftime. That's what some of you guys don't know. Yeah, that kid's just tough. He's tough, man. And, that's what he brings for us every night. He's going to guard one of their best players every night. He's going to play as hard as he can, and he's going to do whatever we ask him to do to win. And, he's throwing up in the locker room, and our guys are, hey, we got a sub for Lar. And I go, I don't think we do. I think he's going to play. You guys don't know. Like, you should know this by now, So, really proud of him and how, what he does for us.
That's incredible. And one other person didn't fill up the stat sheet or anything, but with the smaller Fort Dodge team, he was much more in the rotation. I thought Zane Moore gave you a lot of good minutes. He knows he plays kind of above his years, knows the right play. What can you say about Zane and just a lot of the sophomores you're putting in the rotation?
Well, you throw him out there, and he's not intimidated at all. I mean, he like you said, he's in the right spots. He plays extremely hard. I mean, we feel confident as the game went on to put him on number 3, their best player, just because of how hard he plays and how he can defend. So Zane's role is going to get bigger as the season goes on, and he's so versatile in many ways of who he can guard, and he rebounds it extremely well, and he plays hard. So, it's been great to get him out there and have him play more minutes for us.
And this is a great one to go into Christmas break, so Merry Christmas, Coach. Good job on the win. When we come back, we will wrap it up here from the Roundhouse.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
At Tyler Prishong State Farm, we are M-Town proud.
For us, M-Town proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking,
diverse,
genuine,
kind, and passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Time for a scoreboard update on our locker room report as some finals starting to pour in here, Dylan.
Yeah, when we look around the state, Ames took down Mason City, but it was 53-41. We were talking, I don't know the last time Mason City was that close in an Ames matchup. South Hardin destroyed AGWSR 60-28. Nevada by 22 over PCM. Johnston beats Urbandale by 25. West Marshall beats South Hamilton. Grundy Center came back to beat my beloved Mustangs 72-65. Pella 62. Newton 57. Valley over Centennial 68-44. Northwest, Waukee Northwest 68, Southeast Polk 32, and Waukee over Dowling 59-51.
Next broadcast coming up for Marshalltown Bobcat basketball will be after the new year on January 7th, as the girls and boys will travel to Waterloo East. We'll have bonus coverage of the girls' game starting at 7 with the tip-off of the boys' game to follow here on KFJB-TV. We'll take one final timeout. We'll wrap things up inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse next, right here on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Marshalltown girls basketball fell 40-21 earlier tonight, but the Bobcats, the boys, take care of business 56-31. A victory here tonight as the Bobcat boys dropped the Dodgers to 0-5 as Marshalltown Bobcats improved to 3-4. Thanks so much for watching our coverage here tonight. Thanks so much to our KFJB TV crew. Radio producer tonight, Jeff Brooks. Our on-site producer, Zach Tomish.
Joe Cornwell, Keith Stewart on camera work, Dylan Dose alongside me tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. Hope you have a great New Year and a Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for joining us right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.